Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another podcast with me, Christian. So we're back. I'm back. We're finally getting back to doing another one. Hopefully you enjoyed the last one. If not, go fuck yourself. We're doing, well, there's good news and there's bad news. The good news is Beau is staying on. The bad news is Beau's staying on.
Yeah.
So
I just
thanks.
got out of my celebrity meth clinic and I'm clean, man.
Yeah, you got out of the, what's it called? The Betty Rogers, Betty Ford.
No,
You got out of the Betty Ford
No,
clinic.
I was at a different one. It's called Methed Up.
Oh,
Uh,
methed up. That's great.
yeah. I've actually got shares in
Was
it.
that in
so if you
Hillsville?
guys are doing meth out there, I'll plug you in.
That in Hillsville?
Yeah, it's in Mill Grove, which is more an inbred part of the Yarra Valley.
Oh, like, is that like Badgers Creek?
No, I mean that's good people.
Oh, good people
With
from Badgers
alpacas.
Creek. With alpacas.
Yeah, that's the good people Alpaca Street.
Mentally abused alpacas because some fuckhead's running around on a treadmill yelling at them all.
True story. Shout out to that guy.
Yeah. So, we're back. Thanks. That's my co-host, Boheem. If you want to get to know Boheem a little better, check out episode 1 because we introduced Boheem. Boheem was originally just going to be the first guest, but everyone seemed to like the dickhead so much, and I think he's all right too. So we decided we're going to do this together. Isn't that right, Boheem?
We do everything together.
Yeah, absolutely.
We drink together. We marinate together. You give me hot wings that says Carolina Reaper and my mouth fucking burns off.
Yeah, we did. We
Just
had
did that
some
20
Carolina
minutes
Reapers.
ago.
Yeah, 20 minutes ago with our guest today.
And a ghost pepper sauce.
Yep.
And I can't feel my lips. I feel like Mike Tyson. I just had some hot sauce.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, asshole.
I bought a Tesla.
Hey man, you've got
From
someone
Elon
here.
Musk.
Yeah, right. I bought a Cybertruck.
The glass breaks.
Oops. Threw some ghost peppers at the glass.
All right. So the new podcast, the new format is it's cracking one open with Christian and Beau. My name comes first because not alphabetically. Fuck that. My name comes first. So it's cracking one open with Christian and Beau because while we may always be drinking, open a bottle of wine or something, we're cracking open some really tough subjects and we're really getting down into the nitty gritty of the human experience.
Damn, it's getting deep.
It's getting so deep.
We've got Pinot Noir, by the way. New single out now. By BB King, who's a good affiliate of mine. Someone called him Peanut Butter King the other day, but that's incorrect. It's actually Pussy Bitch King. So cut that peanut butter bullshit out. He doesn't like that. Pinot Noir.
Yes, Beau dropped a new single. I'll put that in the link for this episode. But without further ado, let's get into this episode with a good friend of mine, Chris Draper. He's been a good friend of mine for a number of years now. He is, huge bodybuilding fanatic. He's really into his fitness. I'm going to talk to him about that a bit today, about his fitness and his lifestyle and the new project that he's just started doing. He works for Metro as a fitter and turner or some sort of something like that. I don't know. We'll ask him. I'm a dickhead. All right. Without further ado, Chris Draper.
Fucking Pinot time. Yeah. Pinot Noir, bitch. Pinot Noir, trick. Pinot Noir, trick. Pinot Noir, trick. Pinot Noir, bitch. Pinot Noir, bitch. Pinot Noir.
Thank you for having me, guys. Great to be here.
That guy just sounds like he works out.
Oh, yeah.
That throat's built.
That's a swole throat.
Yeah.
That voice box is swole.
And he's got the swole beard. I can't even grow a beard like that for real.
I
bro.
can't grow a beard. I wish I could grow a beard like that.
I think it was the end of August was the last time I shaved. So what's that like?
Fuck, that's only 2 days ago. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Yes, we are recording this one. Before we recorded the first one.
Yeah, that's right.
Time travel. That's what we're doing.
Hey, Marty McFly, man, bring back the hoverboards.
Oh,
hey,
shit.
why not? Yeah. There's so many holes in that, but okay, who cares? It didn't matter back then.
Those Back to the Future films hold the fuck up. For real.
They
Maybe
do,
not
they
the
hold-
third one, but the first and the second one.
You don't like the third?
No, see,
Nah,
yeah.
Biff's Casino did my head in because I know the real casino in Vegas.
That's the
It
second
didn't-
one.
That's the second.
Okay, nah, fuck my shit up. You guys can just talk for the next 10 minutes now. I'll just
Well,
sit in
that's
the naughty corner.
there's like the big plot hole with the second one is that he went like Biff stole the time machine and went back, and then from where he was, he came back to the future, but he came back to a future of what they were already in. Does that make sense? Whereas he went back and he changed the course of things. So if he then went forward again, he should have gone to the new like future, but he didn't. He came back to the future that Marty and the Doc were still in.
And Chris's beard, which part of the story was that?
Chris's beard
Was that
stole the time machine, went back in time, saw a babyface Chris and put a gun to his head and was like, grow your fucking beard out, motherfucker, otherwise I won't exist.
Nice beards in Back to the Future 3, the Wild West Saloon Shootout.
Biff's beard, Biff's facial hair in the third one was good.
Oh, that's where I got the inspiration from it, and I'm going to run with that from now on.
Fair enough. I like it.
So hopefully you put a picture with this podcast last time on the SoundCloud or whatever it's going.
Yeah, we'll put a picture up.
If you put a picture, Chris, you are a more manly version of Dan Blazarian.
What if we Photoshop Chris so like we just cut out his beard and just have like we're standing there with like I'll just blow up his beard so it's you, me, and a beard.
Just a head beard.
Just a beard.
Just a beard, yeah.
Okay, yeah, we can work with that. I'll have to give it a bit of a comb or something because it does get a bit rustly. You know, it is a bit like it's rough, like a bit of steel wool at the moment. It does need a bit of maintenance, a bit of oil.
I reckon.
If we swapped mics, I reckon you could do a bit of ASMR, like because this is a good ASMR mic because it picks up everything. Just rustling, like. Do you hear that?
That is, yeah, that's nice.
Can you hear that?
See that?
I can't hear. No, I can't.
No,
That's
see,
weird,
people
though, what you're doing.
love that. Like,
Wow.
I've never really got into it. It's like, you know, people who can't sleep. People love it. It's like watching people eat food and stuff. People are like fascinated. Mukbang or something. So people get on YouTube. They'll sit down and just like bang, like 3-course dinner, and they'll get like thousands, hundreds of thousands of views of just them eating food, and apparently it's cool.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that. There's that fat Asian kid that sits there with the bowl of stuff, and he's like, "Mana, mana."
I think that's
better at that height.
yeah. That's the one with like the ramen, and he's really excited.
He starts
to be
yelling at his mum or some shit.
Yeah.
Am I watching the wrong thing?
I don't
Was it on
know.
Pornhub? Are we talking about the same thing?
I've been thinking. I was running Chris by a bit that I've been thinking of about Pornhub. About how, like, when I go to jack off these days, I sit down to do my thing, you know, shake hands with the unemployed. I sit down and do my thing, and I look at Pornhub, I jump on to, you know, find something, and there's just too many options. Like, don't you think, like, it's way too many, and I think this is a serious men's issue that's not being talked about. There's way too many options, and I feel like it's like picking what's for dinner. You know, it's like nowadays with Uber and stuff, there's so many options. Trying to find like what to watch and jerk off to. It's like, trying to figure out what to have for dinner. Except instead of like, oh, chicken or beef, it's like gaping buttholes or Marge Simpson porn.
It's true. It's like going shopping at Coles. There's a lot of aisles for different things, but you generally stick to the fresh produce, which might be, for me, it's leprechauns and backdoor Santa's. I don't know. It's
so
not
hard.
Christmas.
Can tell that you don't watch much porn because you're struggling so hard to figure out what to say then.
I've converted to Mormonism since I went to Salt Lake City earlier.
Oh, so just multiple wives.
Yeah, multiple wives doing everything for you, and you're just doing what you think's right. No, it is. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, it is.
There was a Mormon recently in America that was he's like advocating that like they obviously they still don't have laws in some states for them that allows them to have multiple wives, so all these Mormons feel really oppressed. Yeah, and this Mormon that is like he's like a community leader has been advocating for, like, you know, give me my right to have multiple wives. He's got multiple wives, but he's like, you know, give me my right, make it legal. And then the other day he's like shaming this woman for having multiple lovers. So he doesn't believe women can have multiple lovers, but he believes men can have multiple wives.
He just wants it legitimately. Like, he just wants he wants them to be recognized, though. I think he's a good guy. Like, think about it. He doesn't want them to be just known as one legal wife. He wants all 7 to be, like, on that document. He wants all of them to have an equal share.
That's a lot of signatures. That's like, that marriage certificate would look like the Declaration of Independence.
How good's that for loans, though?
Oh,
loans.
You could buy like a 20 complex apartment unit. Like, I've got 7 beneficiaries. I got 7 incomes.
Imagine going into Centrelink and being like, I've got 7 dependents.
Hey, if they're not doing that, well, it's if you can polygamy is legit in Utah. What's stopping you from doing that? Because if they give you power to a couple, that's like 7 couples in one, right?
I don't know.
Take away one.
It would be something to look into.
The dude's one of them, but anyway.
I don't know if anyone would be rorting that system. Surely not. Like they'd all be legitimate.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Just like Scientology.
Dun, dun.
Dun, dun. Tom Cruise.
Let's not talk about Scientology.
No, because we don't want to get shut down by the people higher up because they'll come
L.
for
Ron
us.
Hubbard will come kick this fucking door down.
I've read that book.
No, you haven't.
I haven't.
No, yeah.
What's it called again? It's
I don't know. The aliens came out of my buttholes and told me about Jesus.
I wrote science fiction. Someone thought it was real. That's it.
Yeah.
Spacecrafts and Tom Cruise.
And John Travolta. Another strange guy, John Travolta. He's got a very, very interesting Instagram if you ever wanted to look at some weird stuff. Yeah. Just like real awkward like photos with his family and stuff. It's just like...
Yeah.
It's like he's trying.
Is he remarried?
I don't know.
He's getting those dude hand jobs, right?
Yeah, so the pilot.
Probably,
so Mile High Club, I guess,
with other pilots?
I'm not sure who it was with. No, I think he got in trouble from the staff because he still flies for Qantas at times, I think.
Hang on, what?
Who?
He owns
John Travolta.
We're
talking about John Travolta now. I thought I tuned out. I thought we were still talking about Tom Cruise, and I was like... Maybe that makes sense because he does all his own stunts and stuff. Maybe he's just a commercial pilot now.
Airline.
He just comes over the airline.
Yeah.
He just comes over the airline. Oh, so today we're going to be flying into Melbourne, Los Angeles.
And I'll see you in the bathroom for a hand job.
We're going to be flying past the aliens that pooped us out into the volcano.
I haven't heard much on Scientology lately, though. Like, it was sort of like...
It was a big hot topic. I don't know. Last thing I heard was Louis Theroux did that. What did it was called My Scientology Movie or something.
There was another one as well. Wasn't it called Going Clear or something? There was something else, and they sort of, you see them out the front of the church. Can you call it a church? I don't know. It's just a complex.
The tax write-off.
Well, that's it.
There's one in Berwick. There's that the Brotherhood.
Is that Scientology?
No, it's not Scientology. It may as well fucking be. It's some sort of a cult. It's 100% a fucking like cult.
Where's that?
Thing.
Which street's that?
They all the women wear the bandanas on their heads and stuff.
So they're Crips.
I
want to give a motherfucker
war cry.
So they there's legit like if you drive past it on the nights that they have service, you see them all out the front of the building with the bandanas and stuff on their heads. They keep their kids separate from schools.
I wouldn't get sucked in. I need to go.
Sounds like Jonestown.
I need to go there because I wouldn't buy into the whole cult thing, and I just want to
become their leader.
Well, maybe they'll worship the beard. Who knows? But I'd like to go and just see what it's about. Like something. You can't be that crazy. Like there has to be something. I don't know to buy into. Like what are they giving? Like are they people that are down
something
there?
In the water.
Well, they say that about the Scientologist people. Like a lot of them have been found in like drug rehab and stuff, and they're sort of given the light or like a better life, and then they're donating pretty much X percentage of their wage.
Then it turns out it's just PCP.
Well, yeah, it's not even real.
Is that like an Apple Macintosh?
PCP.
Yeah, what is that?
PCP is that fucking drug that it's like bath salt shit.
Oh, that's
like,
good
makes
shit.
You,
The
like,
zombie drugs.
Yeah, it makes you like scratch your skin off and there's hands under my skin and you
like
rip
that,
your skin
they
off.
say it's like superhuman power. Well, not like it makes them like unstoppable and
superhuman paranoia.
Probably.
But if you lift like Chris, you become unstoppable naturally, right?
Chris fucking lifts.
Mate, you walked in here, I thought there was a fucking second wall in the fucking lounge room. I'm like, Chris, you divide the lounge room off from the kitchen. Oh, it's just Chris standing there.
Yeah.
There's a fucking wall.
Built like a brick poo-poo house.
Poo house. Outhouse.
So, speaking of that, you've just started a new like social media project.
Yep.
Where you're documenting your routine, your workout routine, your eating habits, your sleeping habits, all that shit. And the thing is, and what I find interesting is that you're doing it from the viewpoint of someone that works shifts because you're a shift worker. So, and as a shift worker, it can be hard to find a rhythm with working out and all that sort of thing. So you're documenting that and showing that off, which I think is really cool. Tell us about that.
Yes.
First of all, hashtag. What is it? At what?
So it's at shift work lifting.
Okay, shift.
So that's all I've got at the moment.
Work lifting. It's got an emblem. Yeah, cool.
Yeah. So I've got a little logo going on, and Yeah, so it's just sort of like, it's not that I saw a hole in it. It's just something that I wanted to start putting some of my free time into to do. And it's like, as you said, like I work shift work. I have for 9 years. So I'm doing this sort of like first-hand experience for some people who might be struggling because, you know, like the rotating shifts, the infrequent meal times, the different sleeping patterns and sort of sleeping arrangements that like you have to deal with as a shift worker can be hard. And, you know, I see people talking about fitness, like, but they make it try and sound like so easy. Like, you know, some people don't have that 9 to 5 set times. They can have the breaks, or, you know, they don't have that optimal time where they can be in bed at, you know, 8 o'clock at night and sleep till 6 in the morning. Like sometimes you have to like be in a shitty position, say like sleeping through the day. Like people, it's not just like a reverse. Like you don't just have your nighttime that you're awake and then you go to sleep for 8 hours during the day. It's not that simple.
Because I know for a fact that you will do like a run of just night shifts and then a run of just day shifts. And so they give you a little bit of consistency that they're not throwing you night shift, day shift, night shift, day shift.
Yeah, so
but it still is every few days it's fucking flipping on you.
Yeah, so I work 2 days, like 2 days or 2 nights in a row. Then I'll have 2 off. And then I'll work 3 days or 3 nights in a row. Then I'll have 2 off. Then I'll work, 2. And then I have 3 off. So 7 shifts over the fortnight. Which people be like, oh, cool, 7 shifts, 7 12-hour shifts. Yeah, they're long. And yeah, it's like, you get to the point where I think it's, you sort of, I had the mindset where I was just going to be like, oh yeah, maybe I'm supposed to feel shit like sometimes because I'm a shift worker. You know, that's normal.
Yeah, absolutely. I felt like that. I used to do nightclub circuit and stuff, and I was, like starting fucking like 7 or 8 o'clock and then not finishing until 4 and then going out and getting ramen.
Yeah, but that's
Beau,
prioritizing.
You did shift work as well, like you did.
I would go to Centrelink once a week between 10 and 11, and it was fucked. You know, I want to sleep until at least midday.
You did blitz.
Oh fuck yeah! I started at 2 and finished at 4:30 in the morning. If I bottle shopped a nightclub, and the things I saw in that damn nightclub.
Oh fuck yeah! Didn't we all?
They had the serial shitter. Did I tell you the serial shitter story?
No.
4 weeks in a row,
No.
each chick would take a shit in the different part of the nightclub each night.
Wow.
So the first night was behind the cigarette machine. The second night she kept it in the toilet area, but like on the vanity. And then there was one in a booth again. And then the last one was. Did I say the cigarette machine?
Yeah, you said she started with the
was the
cigarette machine.
curtains. She shat behind the curtains and security caught her on the 4th week.
Wow.
And that was the case of the serial shitter of Blitz nightclub.
The serial shitter.
The serial shitter.
Was that like that was the
Thanks,
final straw
Sherlock.
for Blitz, or was
That was it.
early?
That shut him down.
The serial shitter.
The serial shitter, ladies and
So
gentlemen.
yeah, anyway, we both experienced the shift work as well.
Yeah.
I'm in a 9 to 5 now. I still struggle to like put myself into a routine of going to the gym and stuff.
Then like you say, like routine, like that's what I would honestly say maybe only within the last year I've started to feel like I've sort of got a handle on things a little bit, but I've done so many things wrong. Like I've tried the whole like get home from night shift and then stay up all day and sort of like battle that to get the body clock back into swing, and like it can work, but like it's like this like lack of sleep, and everyone's had like a late night and they know that feeling, but like you just get like you just lose it, like you don't feel like yourself anymore, and you think like as a shift worker you're stringing those days and those weeks constantly together, and then you do see things start to affect you like health wise and mood swings and stuff like that, and it's you got to sort of start to adapt a bit or try and start finding ways to get better at it, because at the end of the day, that's my job, and I have to work shift work where I am. I like where I work, so I started to then research and look into ways that I can like setting up a routine, having a bedtime that's within 1 to 2 hours. It's always the same if I work day shift or night shift. Creating like a better sleep environment in the bedroom, so like blocking out the room. I wear an eye mask, earplugs, stuff like that. It's like complete silence. Like I used to have the TV on and stuff. Now I hate it, and like light, like anything.
Yeah, I see like stories of Chris on Instagram and stuff, and he's got these like they look like safety goggles,
blue light
like
blocking.
those blue light filters,
Yeah.
that are really good for you before you go to sleep.
Yeah.
If you like,
So that if you're playing on your phone or you're watching TV, it filters all that bad UV light that's gonna like keep you up and keep your brain active.
Yeah,
there's a lot of blue light on Pornhub. It's crazy. This just fucking does my head in. That's what I mean. That's great. That's genius.
No, they're good. Like, I wouldn't, like, I don't know, like, and that's the thing, like, people that I follow and have seen online, they'll be like, oh, there's no research backing blue light blocking glasses, really? But first-hand experience, and that's what I want to try and bring to my to my Instagram. It's just like my first-hand tips that I use. Look, you might turn around and say, no, that's bullshit. It doesn't work. Well, I'm telling you what works for me. If you don't like it, well, I'm sorry, but that's it.
That's it.
You know, that's how it goes.
Well, there's a blue light filter on my Samsung.
Yeah. So
yeah, you can do it natively on
iPhone have just picked up that, and they've also got the dark mode where the white light doesn't show anymore. So everything that was like a white background is now black.
Night mode, yeah.
It inverts everything, yeah.
Yeah,
and that's really good. So, you know, they're little things that people can do. And even if you don't work night shift or anything, if you're just like a day shift worker and you come home from work, light goes down or sun goes down, you just, you know, try and do your best to sort of like, I'd say maybe a couple hours away from bedtime, maybe that less stimulating activity for like the, you know, the mind and stuff. And that's how, if you are struggling to sleep, that's something that you can look into.
Sure.
So you've been into bodybuilding and like the physical health thing for quite a while. I know you do like a lot of, like you said, you mentioned that you research and you educate yourself a lot, which is really cool. Like, I know you've done a lot of nutrition reading and, you know, about your workout regimes, and you really understand a lot of the science behind it. Where does that all stem from, going back? Like, where did that all start?
Like, the whole
when did
gym
you
thing?
start
Or when did
the whole gym thing?
So I was probably, I think it was when I was like 15 years old. I think it might have been something to do with like a footy training. Like, we sort of went to this gym down in near, I think it's, I want to say, I can't remember, Kingston something in Roval. There's a golf course. Anyway, there was a gym there. I can't remember the name of it. And we sort of went down, had a few sessions, got into it. Saw a few of the older guys from the footy club. I think one of them was working at the gym, and he's like, oh, I'll come down, have a few sessions. And man, like, I pretty much got into it straight away. I was like, oh, I was pretty hooked. I had no idea what I was doing. I was just turning up, I think, like doing some bicep curls, you know, bit of bench press, poorly. And didn't really understand diet or anything for a long time. And I think it was probably, you could even call it like spinning your wheels, which is like, you think you're doing the right thing, but you're just constantly getting nowhere.
Yeah, you think you're moving, but you're not actually moving at all.
And I think like it wasn't until maybe 5 years ago when I sort of started to like get it. And I was like, I was thinking it was like maybe overcomplicating things, and it's not as hard as what it really, you know, is being made out by some people. And it's just like, it can come down to like one thing. Like, people can go, okay, summer's coming, let's just diet for like 2 months, 3 months, and then let's see how we go. Then you're gone. Then you're yo-yoing. You're going up, down, up, down. You just got to learn that you might not have the best workout or the best diet, say, every week or every day. But if you're stringing together more good days than bad, you're going to then obviously, you know, come out on top, or somewhat moving progressively a little bit closer to where you want to be.
Yeah.
And so, you know, what was that? So 5 years ago, I sort of started to like track my food, which is like sort of like macro counting or calorie counting, which is then I started to learn about what type of macronutrients make up each type of food. So I started to learn like the fat content, the protein content, the carb content of food. And then I started to learn that health and fitness isn't all about good and bad food. So you don't have to demonize certain food groups and stuff like that. Like, you can still have like a balanced diet. Like, I
so
see
I can
chocolate.
lose weight eating KFC.
Well, you can, yeah, because the thing is,
fuck yeah.
Like,
how good does that sound?
This is the most simplest way of putting it, and it's probably not like overall health, but for body composition. So, you know, gaining weight, losing weight, burning fat, getting fat, calories in versus calories out. If you're eating less calories than you are burning during the day, or, you know, you're
burning more than
burning more than you're consuming, you will lose weight.
Yeah.
And then like, bar some medical issues. There are some medical things which
I have all of those.
I am not a doctor.
Yeah.
I have all
I'm
of
not
those.
a doctor of health.
I have all I have all of those. Calorie deficiency. I don't know.
Everything that like the whole like I smell McDonald's and I get fat, like stuff like that. Like I could see that happening. Yeah,
that's legit.
But yeah, so then so I learned that, and that's sort of like that's just and it's weird because then you sort of like you can sort of go to more. I find that it helped me be more social in a way, because
Yeah, you're getting to the gym. There's people there, especially if you've got buddies that you're going with. Once upon a time, I was going with friends consistently, and that made it so much easier to go consistently when I had friends and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was
But then we
always
got rid of
the
friends.
opposite.
Friends are overrated.
Yeah, fuck it. Just run on a treadmill and yell at alpacas. That's an easier way of working out.
You got, yeah, but that's just, that's motivation though, because you're never going to catch him on the treadmill.
Nah, it's bullshit. I've outrun my treadmill a few times. That's not true.
That belt. How many times you replace the belt?
Nah, never. I just get on. I get frustrated. I step to the side and start running towards my neighbour's property, but then it gets out of hand real quick because the alpacas tackle me. But then
the alpacas have to take you down.
Yeah, well, the alpacas are amazing.
Does any of them sound like David Spade?
One of them sort of got the tinge, but with a bit of Canadian in it.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Morsipo, down your shirt.
That was so good. What accent was that?
I don't know.
I don't even know if it was Canadian, but it sounded convincing.
It was Icelandic Fijian.
I was like Icelandic.
Yeah.
Our Icelandic Fijian, that's a hard dialect.
Hybrid.
It's a hybrid language.
That would be a big man, because like Icelandic men, you know, that like Viking blood, and
imagine
then the
if the
Fijian
mountain.
men.
Imagine if like the mountain,
Exactly.
Yeah.
like the mountain crossed the rock.
Yeah, well there you go.
Jesus,
that
fuck! What a beautiful human being.
The mountain?
Crossed with the rock.
Oh, well, they're both, doubly beautiful, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Shout out to Christian.
Icelandic and Fijian. Shout out to Christian.
Shout out to
He
Christian.
said shout out. Everyone do a shot.
Hey, so that's
Classic
what
moment.
you've been looking up on Pornhub. There's no you're not gonna not find anything typing in Icelandic Fijian men. It might be something just for you.
There's at least 1,000 search results there. I can tell you for a fact.
He just looked it up then.
I can try it right now.
Get your hand out of your pants, Christian.
Oh fuck.
Hey, shout out to James Dugan, who's
there's another shout out.
shout out to James Dugan because he's Irish Fijian. That's his bloodline.
Yeah, that's Irish
that is,
Fijian.
yeah.
That's interesting.
That's
right?
a friend of ours, and he came out a unit. I'll tell you what, it's like a Fijian at an Irish bar. That's a terrible way to explain it.
An
It's
Irishman at a Fijian bar, maybe.
Maybe putting a palm tree with a potato.
He can fucking drink, that kid.
Yeah, there's
We're gonna
something in
have
those
him on the
bloodlines.
podcast soon. We're gonna get him in here because he's an interesting guy as well. But back to
yes,
Christopher.
sorry.
So you were doing it more recreationally than anything.
Yep.
And then a few years ago, you did your first weightlifting comp.
A bodybuilding show.
Yeah,
a
bodybuilding
glorified beauty pageant for men. So
Fuck yeah, tan time.
so tanned up, jock strap or thong on and everything. Yeah, it was actually it was one of those things where I was so glad I did it because I hated it so much and I would probably never do it again. It was like I always thought I wanted to be like a bodybuilder or compete, and then I was just like, no. I don't know if it was like the whole. I always loved training.
You were strict as fuck on yourself leading up. I don't know.
Yeah.
After it, you were like, I'm never doing that again.
Yeah. So it's just like, man, it's very selfish. It's like, it's too selfish. It's not worth it.
You are a married man
I am a married man
to
Ashley
Draper.
because I'm Chris Draper. Because
Damn,
we're still traditional. We don't hyphenate or anything.
Yeah.
damn, shots fired.
She told me before the wedding she wasn't going to take your name. I slapped her. I was like, no.
I wouldn't have married her if she didn't take my name, probably.
Yeah.
Damn.
And plus,
shots
I
fired.
don't want kids with the hyphenated name.
And your seed.
Seed.
She has to take your seed.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Eventually, yeah.
Take
We've
it,
only
Ash.
been married a year.
Take it. Yeah, but so she was with you through that whole thing.
Yeah,
and
yes.
You said that you were worried that the whole lifestyle that you were doing, because you were having separate meals and you were doing this and doing that you were also worried that it was also like maybe having an effect on the relationship.
Yeah, and that was like, honestly, like that was the hardest part. Like, and it's not because you need to be selfish, but you sort of like when you're not eating a lot of food, trying to like lose body fat and stuff, you just get so like, you just want to like minimize everything you need to do in the day to not like waste energy or anything. So you become so like closed off, bit reserved, and it wasn't like fair because I wasn't showing that attention that she obviously, like as your partner at the time or as my girlfriend at the time, sorry, she deserved. And so this sort of makes you like, I don't know.
You do have to be a bit selfish, and that kind of is what happened.
Yeah, I guess, it was one of those things where we got through the end, and we actually got engaged the week after the show.
Yeah.
So, thanks
You still were a bit fake tanny.
I was, yeah, because it was...
You were still a bit orange.
So the show was...
You did the whole orange, like... bodybuilding comp.
Tanned up.
Oh, shit.
And
What is that about? Can you explain? What is the
Trump.
orange
it's just
about?
like, so the tan is just like
Is it
the
just
muscle
'cause it
definition.
shows off muscle definition more?
Yeah, you know, you look better when you're with a tan.
I want to see everyone
Yeah.
go up in blackface.
Oh.
Hang on, what?
Well, if orange is good, then like surely like if you're darker, then that's even better. Because you don't see black guys getting up at a muscle building comp and like they're not going orange, are they?
Well,
They
I
still
think
do tan though. Like everyone still puts
They
tan
still
on.
tan?
Yes, they do. Because it's just that.
it's weird.
This is a touchy
You need
subject.
to go back
but
to
I really
LA
wanna-
to get in touch with South Central again, I think. You walk around those
Calling
neighborhoods saying you
Sue
wanna do
again, eh?
blackface. You go, Sue, whoop, blackface.
I didn't say anything racist.
No. You asked the question. That's fine.
I'm just
but-
asking a question.
No, I
I
disagree.
legitimately want to know. Like,
I'm half black, so
yeah,
we're
it's
offended.
I
just
don't
like-
actually think that they should go in blackface. Like, fuck,
That's
that was a
bullshit.
joke. But like if I never
Yeah,
understood
it's
the
just one
orange
of
tan
those
thing. I
things.
do get that it shows off the muscle definition, but still like
Yeah, I guess I don't know. Maybe someone accidentally did it one day. Like
just slipped and fell into some orange paint, and then like, oh fuck, I look swole.
yeah.
Oh,
So-
shit, Donald Trump.
Yeah, so anyway,
He
that,
must look
that
ripped.
was a
Yeah, he's
that was an
ripped, yeah. He's
so
unsuccessful
orange.
thing though, because obviously, like, I don't even know like what I would have come out of the 30-something people that competed that day in that.
You don't
scene.
remember your result?
No, well, I never really asked for it. I was just like so happy it was done. I was just over it. I was like, nah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know. I was like, I'd like to do it again, but I'd have to be a lot older and sort of like,
Yeah.
you know. A lot
You were like
different.
one of the youngest up on the stage.
I wouldn't even know, like, honestly.
I was there, and I'm telling you, you were like you had the biggest dick, but you were probably
What the fuck is going on?
the
over
youngest guy.
there? Hey, can I ask you a question?
You can ask me.
You don't need to ask. Just we're on a fucking podcast,
No,
man. Just
no,
ask
no. It's a polite thing to do. I've just met Chris 10 minutes ago,
it. Okay.
and it's 15
You
minutes.
met him the other week.
We've
That's
met multiple
bullshit.
times.
Allegedly. Talk to my lawyer about it.
Okay.
What's the secret to knowing you found the one?
Well,
And how did you lock yourself into a marriage? What made that? Because a lot of people our age, more of dating than they're married. You know, what was the timing there? What was the approach with knowing that was the deal?
It's not like I've actually I thought about it, but it's not like one of those things where I've heard people talk about it like, oh, so we'd moved into a house together that we'd built. We had dogs, and people just go, oh, was it just a natural progression? And it's like, no, because you don't sort of like. I never thought it as like a I'm just gonna settle. That's it. Like it's an easy thing. It was just like, you know, you find someone that I guess, you know, you're happy to come home to, I guess. You know, you just want it to be that person. Like, we spend so much time together. We actually, like, enjoy each other's company more than other people's company. And it was just one of those things
Sorry,
where...
Christian.
yeah,
It's
you
like
just...
us,
I don't know.
man.
You just know. Like, it's hard to say, but, like, yeah, without people wanting to probably sound too mushy or anything, or...
Yeah.
But, like,
Get
yeah,
mushy.
it's so easy to know.
Mush me.
I'm mushy, yeah.
Come on,
you
make
know,
me sensitive.
I can be... I'm
touch me.
a sensitive person, but...
Just touch me once. Touch me.
You know, like coming home when someone is looking forward to you getting home from a shift, something like that. Like when you know you've had a bad day or a long day, bad shift,
Yeah.
come home, someone's there for you. Man, it's unreal. Like, and when you know, like, that person is going to be with you for the rest of your life, or you want that to be the person, like when you know that happiness that you feel is what you want to feel like every day, man, it's unreal. Like it's, yeah.
Damn,
That's
I
a
will.
really that's a good way of putting it, man.
Yeah,
that's
it's
a really
like,
decent.
when you
that's
think about it, like
really
you're going to be with
straightforward
this
way of putting it.
person
It's because it was a good
for
question.
the rest of your
This
life.
was a good question.
Like you'd want it to be, and like
Calm down.
yeah, you need to have that, I think.
No, that was yeah, wow.
And it's not like
And you can get that from a dog. For me, that's my dog. Okay? That's the same thing. Oh, hey, mate. Give her
Yeah,
a smacko.
That's interesting because you two are sitting across each other. One person that's married and one person that's like, I don't need to get married.
Yeah, but I'm in a relationship.
Yeah, but you're not going to get married, eh?
Oh, de facto is the same thing, except
Well-
it's missing paperwork.
yeah, and but to be like people
put
go,
it
oh, you know, I still wanted to like have a wedding and stuff. Like I still enjoyed the celebration of like the love and like coming together with the family and sharing it with all of them as well. So yeah, it wasn't just one of those things like, oh, the chick just wants to get married and let's just have a big day. No, like I was like so keen for it as well. So yeah, I was always.
It is a big chick fantasy, though, isn't it? I don't meet
the
many
wedding-
dudes
yeah.
that pursue marriage like a chick does.
It's got to be partially like a biological thing, though.
Excuse me.
Like it's a biological thing for a woman to want to like. I'm gonna. Oh fuck. I'm
Keep
gonna go
going.
deep on this because I full believe that like men 100% biologically we are like we have that biological thing to just go and fuck and go. We aren't wired to want to settle down because biology is telling us to go and spread our seed and create more humans so that our race survives. Whereas women, they do maybe want that I think they do have more of that biological want to settle down because they're more like, biologically, I'm going to have a baby and I need to keep it safe, so I need to nest.
But do they nest solo or do they need you know what I mean?
Well, you know,
They don't. They can't.
But some women do want kids even when they're not in a relationship with some men.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they go on the
That's that
prowl, right?
biological thing.
There's one chick I know through a mate. She was going out and ripping the condoms off dudes and saying, just do it raw.
Wow.
And she just wanted a baby. She didn't give a fuck about the dude.
So has she got your kid now?
Yes. She has 3 of them.
3 of them?
Yes.
Man, little PB Kings.
Little peanut butter kings.
Little peanut butter cups.
Hey, it's an interesting thing. And it's each to their own as well. You know, there's people
absolutely.
out there happily
100%,
single.
100%. Yep. If you're happy, but that's the thing. You just what's everyone
Do
want?
whatever
Everyone
makes
wants
you
to be
happy.
happy, don't they? And you want to you want to live your life, be happy with where you are, or at least wake up and not like hate what you do or hate life in a whole. Like you've got to have that thing that you can look forward to, and you know.
So you took Ash into the city and you did your proposal like was it a week or like I think it was like a week
Was it at Revs?
after
Did you say it was at Revs?
It was at Revs, yeah.
Yeah,
It was
the
on the
couch.
rooftop
Yeah.
of Revs.
Yeah,
No, it was on the
I heard
rooftop.
that.
We
Because
actually
he said if you don't say yes, I'm going to jump.
no.
Well, at least you get a good answer.
Yeah, well there you go.
More likely.
That's called that's a little bit of pressure. That was like
No, it was, where was it? I know where it was.
Luba.
I took you guys there the
Luba
first time.
at I'm gonna say top of the Rialto Tower in Melbourne.
Yeah, next to Viewdemont.
Yes, very nice cocktail bar that Christian took us to. Probably a couple of years prior, actually,
Yeah.
it was.
But Ash loved it. She
Yep,
was like,
it was
oh
her
my
favorite
God, this is my
place.
spot.
She loves cocktails. It was really good. She likes to drink. Yep. And I don't think that's anything to do with me. Like, it's not like a numbing thing about me. So don't let's start with that.
She
No,
drinks
not
like
true.
a fucking.
She can drink. She can
sailor.
party. She can party. Yeah, I don't know. So she probably, her ability to party would have been good when I was a little bit younger because I used to love partying as well. But then I sort of got old and past it, and then I was like, oh,
Old? What the? How old are you?
Well, 29.
Man, that's old as fuck.
Yeah, I know, I'm feeling
You're over. Pensioners' card's coming.
Well,
Yeah.
Well, actually, I only think I'm old because I'm almost at long service where I work. So that's I'm like, oh, that's old. Like
That's
29.
And you've got long service.
Yeah, I've almost got long service. Crazy.
You got long service as a Garmies, didn't you?
I did as a casual.
Wow.
That's awesome.
That's
Because
pretty
you
good.
worked
Service as a
there
casual.
for like 7 or 9 years. What was it?
10.
10.
10
Far.
plus
crazy.
years as a casual.
Did they ever try and push you into like part time or anything, or was it?
They said management. you
Steve-O
could do
wouldn't have done
management, But I was like, I am not working at a pub for the rest of my life. If you want to make me management, then no
Yeah.
disrespect to the crew there, but I don't want to do that.
You weren't built for hospitality long term.
Not in a pub where you have overlords,
No, but
you know, and a budget.
So were you always like wanting to do your own thing? Like, was that something? Did you see that in yourself? Like, obviously, what you've got going now,
No.
Big Grape and stuff. No.
No, it was
No,
a
he saw himself as
test.
being the Australian Snoop Dogg.
for shizzle, man.
Well, one of the original YouTube content creators coming out of Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah, 06 was the first video I put up on YouTube.
Yeah, that's
which was-
crazy.
YouTube was founded in 05.
04?
04, yeah.
Whenever Janet Jackson was.
So do you?
Because, fun little known fact. YouTube was started because these guys were like, oh, did you see that thing that happened at the Super Bowl halftime show? Janet
wow.
Jackson nipple
Justin
slip.
Timberlake.
Oh, we need to jump online and find it. They jumped online, couldn't find it, realized this is like, there needs to be some sort of like video sharing thing. They came up with YouTube. Because
Amazing.
they were looking for a titty.
That's awesome.
That's
And Pornhub, they were looking for
Midgets.
just cat videos.
Midgets with cats.
Yeah.
Hmm.
They had it
That's
backwards.
fucking disturbing. No. Hey, it's as you said before with a relationship,
Yep.
happiness is found in your own path.
Yeah.
So
No, you were right, 2005. It was Feb though, so
yeah,
that
I'm,
was close.
I'm a freak with
Ooh,
numbers.
yeah,
You should
yeah.
see me on a
It was close.
spreadsheet.
Rain Man?
Yeah, I'm Rain Man.
Yeah, because he's an idiot savant.
no, and he was vaccinated.
Flu shots. Yeah, no, it's throwing stones till you hit something. It's the same with chicks. It's the same with, let's be politically correct, partners.
Yep.
Jobs. I was an audio engineer.
Steve Jobs?
Hospitality, yep. Carpenter, fully qualified carpenter, and then I ended up doing wine touring.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
You
like
know,
you,
nothing worked out till it worked out.
But see, like a lot of things are like you could have stuck with something that you thought was safe or stable, and then
For
you could have
what?
just been like doing it for years, and
There's
you can
that.
think about like a relationship. Sometimes it could be like that. You could be in a long relationship,
True.
and you could just be there because you're like, well, I've already invested this much time.
Yeah.
If I leave, what happens? And you don't want like I was never in that spot. Like I just knew like it was meant to be, I guess, in a way.
Yeah, you
Well,
were
in a
go
way,
with your
but it
gut.
was, yeah.
I went through those things where I locked in with carpentry for half a decade. I had a missus for half a decade.
Yep.
Those things are gone out of my life now.
Did you really do carpentry for 5 years?
Longer. Qualified for 5
I
years.
didn't realize
wow.
you did that long.
Oh,
Yeah.
so, yeah.
On and off. Not really full time.
Yeah.
But you do it, but then you might get sick
Nothing that you
of
built
it.
is still standing.
Huh?
Nothing that you built is still standing.
Fuck no. Everything's leaking. Actually,
all
there's
felt.
more work now. It's great.
Yeah, so
I've passed on the
You
economy.
created
the,
more
the
work for the
stimulus
rest.
package, Beau stimulus of the trade sector.
Bloody hell, I was a shit chippy.
Yeah.
Hey, if you want to take control of your life, decide what you're shit at and what you're good at. That's
I believe in that so
be
hard.
blunt, but that's right.
yeah.
I believe in that so hard. I think
Yeah.
everybody needs to just the key to being successful on the tiniest scale. Like if I could give everyone 2 seconds of advice, it'd be just know what you're good and what you're shit at. You just need to be honest with yourself
And
about what
people
you're
can't
shit
be.
at and what you're good at. No, people mistake. I love doing this for I'm really good at this. You
Yeah.
could love fucking painting houses. That doesn't mean you're good at it.
There's that.
You
that's
could
true, yeah.
love
Yeah.
doing, you could love doing whatever, but that doesn't necessarily mean
Yeah.
you're good at it. I loved studio work and I loved music and stuff, but I just realized, look, if I'm honest with myself, I know I want a family one day. I know this is a really, really stressful, full-on competitive work environment.
It's exactly what I went through
And
because I was doing the same thing as you.
I don't want to chase that goal because it's just too hard to manage that with what else I want in life.
No, that's right. Like, and you said that's where the whole balance thing is. Like, because I'm pretty sure early on, what you're doing, you're gonna know what you're into, what you're gonna be successful at, and you can, as you said before, you tried multiple career paths, I guess, to find it, and that's fine. But like I said, like for advice for people, don't settle, and
Don't be afraid to fail.
yeah, don't settle, keep trying.
So this
Find
is
love.
turning into
Exactly.
a Tim Ferriss or Gary V podcast.
Gary
right?
V.
Oh, here we
I
go.
can't help it, bro. I want to inspire the people.
Yeah, no.
It's great to learn. It's great hearing about people's stories and shit. But
Yeah.
you got to put some knowledge out. Well, I've been through this. I understand. That's me giving feedback to people.
And so now Chris is taking on the new venture of this
Yeah, so
your social media.
yeah.
Where do you hope it goes? Like,
to be honest, I don't know. I think I was just like, so when I was doing more bodybuilding and stuff, I really enjoyed posting things on Instagram. And then I sort of started to think, like, people don't probably follow me for that. They might not want to. So let's just, like, put something to the side. If they're interested in fitness and stuff, hey, come follow this page. This is where it's going to be from now on. And if you don't, well, bad luck. Like, that's it. Like, that's where it is.
yeah.
So
For now, because at the moment, so you've done the bodybuilding competition, you've decided, I don't know if I want to do that again.
Yep.
Now you've fallen into a healthy rhythm of you've got this crazy fucking gym at home. You're spending
Yep.
ridiculous amounts of money on this gym at home. But, like, we all have an expensive hobby.
Yeah, where's the
But
pictures? You should post some of the pictures on your. I didn't see any of that.
so yeah, I'll do like a little.
You should do, like, a video
do a
walkthrough
tour.
Yeah,
of
so
your
but that's
home
the
gym.
thing.
That's
So
100%.
I'm not
You should
sure,
do that.
like, and I don't know. I don't want to overthink this Instagram thing. I don't want to be like sitting there like every 2 days. I want to structure like X posts about, say, like informative, personal, or something, or a video. Like, I don't know if I just want to let it be a little bit natural to start, see where it goes, see what sort of like traction it picks up. And,
Yeah, absolutely.
But even the thing is, like, I don't want to go like I'm not doing it to get like 500,000 followers, like, or whatever it is that people aspire to get. Maybe 10K for a swipe up, that'd be nice.
What are you? How many followers do you need to have to be classified as an influencer nowadays? Is it 10K?
Oh, fuck no.
Well,
clue. I never
10K
looked
gives
into
you a
it.
swipe up, and if you can swipe up, I reckon that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think it's about 10K that you
Just buy 'em.
you
Just buy 'em.
become you technically an influencer. Yeah, exactly. I can buy 10,000
buy
followers
'em.
from New Delhi.
That's how shallow Instagram is. You can just buy your reputation. I mean, what do
But
people
that's the
look at?
thing, that they're trying to move away from that a little bit by hiding the amount of likes on a post.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
they're sort of saying that it was like, they're actually like throwing it back on sort of like people's like mental state and stuff, that the whole social media is like, I guess maybe people are a little bit too fragile these days or something like that. They're not like, they haven't got those skills to deal with like not being popular or something. So I don't know.
Yeah. They'll see what their numbers do as well. They might help people. And I think it was a content thing. People were only posting for that lot. Like,
Okay.
chicks were only bringing their tits out for likes, but then they post a picture of their book they're reading and not give a fuck.
Yeah.
But now they can just post that without thinking, and they think it's going to create more content and interactivity.
Yeah, so I'd like to keep it semi-active and then just like, as I said, like just keep it as the whole first-hand experience. I'm not going to try and be like, you know, Mr. Knowledge or Mr. Research, like all the scientific studies and stuff. Like I'll just try and post the first-hand experience stuff and just like, you know.
I think keep it. You're keeping it like an honest casual. You're not going diving into it too hard. It's like this is just the fitness diary of someone that shift works.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good way to put it. Like it's just this is what I do. I work shift work. If you work shift work, hey, let's follow each other and let's just see. Like maybe I'll give you a tip that helps you. That might help you out. You can give me some of your experience, share some knowledge, follow the journey, support each other, and just.
What's your fitness regime like at the moment? Like how many times a week do you work out?
So. I've just started in the last couple of months following more powerlifting style. So squat, bench, deadlift, and just doing that out of the garage gym at home. I haven't trained at a gym anywhere for about 6 months, I want to say.
Nice.
So that's good. And that was honestly like, that was for me as a shift worker, the greatest decision I ever made. I was waking up at like 4 a.m. sometimes to go to the gym before a 7 a.m. shift. And like, you're killing me. Like, so I'm like, I was sacrificing sleep to get up early to go train. And now I get those like extra couple of hours in bed in the morning. I come home from work. I still don't feel like training all the time, but it's that much better that I can just go drive in the driveway, get out of the car, inside, bags down, bang, it's there. And that was like something that I decided that money outlay, which is a lot more than paying a gym membership every year, is so much worth it for me because that's time that I can sleep more. So I'll feel better, I'll recover better. Time I'm at home with my family. And it was just like amazing. So
yeah, absolutely. Totally.
Yeah, so more strength based. So away from that other side of things where you sort of feel like body image can be a bit of an issue for people as well.
So not much cardio?
I walk the dogs here and there. Got a treadmill at home. Do some steps sometimes on that, but not really any structured cardio as such.
Do you yell at your dogs when you run on the treadmill?
So I haven't ran on it yet, but I did walk on it the other day, and one of my dogs constantly barked at me, and I did have to give him a little bit of a shush.
Yeah, so you yell at your animals as well. It's normal, Christian. Don't give me shit for yelling at animals on the channel.
I yell at Emily all the time.
Get in the kitchen! Make me a souffle!
I'm joking, Emily. I love you. Please don't leave me.
Oh my God, Emily.
But no, I guess, and I don't want to say like, just feeling like my workouts are like a little bit more, I guess, condensed now. Don't take as long. Maybe just now when I get home, I can be done. I can have a shower, have something to eat, go to bed at a decent hour, and get that sort of sleep, which is what I've been prioritizing more lately.
Yeah.
That's
good.
Cool. The garage gym is open if people want to come and hang out sometime. I don't care. No, you just come ask me and.
That sounds good. I'll just come and just like eat a bucket of chicken in front of you. I was going to say,
but I've got willpower. I'm pretty good.
Your willpower's fucked, man. Like, I feel like having the home gym, for me, I feel like having the home gym would be counterproductive because, it's like if you take up a sport, you have to go somewhere. Like if you take up tennis, you have to go to a tennis court to play, and your tennis lessons will be at X time this week and X time this day. So you get into that routine because you have to go somewhere. When it's at home, you can just at any stage be like, oh, I'm supposed to be working out now. And the TV's right here. Oh, fuck that. I'll do it in half an hour, and then half an hour goes by.
No, but you're right, because this is the second time I've actually had a home gym, because when we say home gym, I'm not talking about one of those like all-in-one things. It's like a squat rack. It's like barbells, and it's a bit more set up than like your traditional living room gym. But I think it was maybe
it's not just like a Bowflex.
Yeah. So yeah,
you got a door. You got a gym.
Yeah, well,
it's got some straps.
You got a door. You got a gym.
So I think it was like 5 years ago. I had some stuff in there, and then I had that same mentality back then. I was just like, it's here. And I was like, I never use it. Like, it was such a waste. And in my head, I was like, I need to be going somewhere to exercise. And that was what motivated me. Like, if I'm out of the house, then I need to do it. But now I sort of want to come home and do it. And then that's like where I'm at the moment. Like, I don't even. It's not like a.
Yeah, like I said, that's just a credit to the willpower you have. Yeah.
Well, it's not like I don't think about not training or don't think, oh, I had a long day, I can't be bothered today. I just do it. Like it's sort of like second nature now. I enjoy it. It keeps me sane.
Because you've got other hobbies, like you're an avid gamer.
So I juggle video games in between lifting and hanging out with my dogs on my days off.
Your two dogs.
Yep, 2 pugs, Ruby and Leo. Shout out.
Take a shot.
That's another shout out.
Shout out James Dugan.
Shout out to Fiji and Ireland.
Yep.
But yeah, it's I think like not everyone has that luxury to be able to have a gym at home. I guess
of course not.
That can effectively.
I know how much some of those pieces that you've got cost.
Yeah.
I was surprised how much just the fucking plain bar cost.
The barbell, yep, that was. So that was.
Throw a price out.
That was about $750.
Easy money.
For the bar.
That's like 1 hour of building a train. No, that's easy.
Yeah, probably. No.
For those following at home, that's a joke because Chris works at Metro.
I am a mechanical fitter for Metro trains.
Was I right? Or fitter turner? What did I say?
Yeah, so I think like technically...
What did I say? Fitter turner?
No, well, so fitting and turning...
Allegedly.
That's what you got your certificate in?
I think it counts as general machining, technically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I should have brought my certificate with me if you're going to ask me all these questions.
Bullshit. This is not good.
Yeah, I don't believe it. I want to see a piece of paper, Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah, where's your paperwork, man?
Metro Trains, 9 years. Started off as a trade assistant, and then I was given an adult apprenticeship and moved into the mechanical side of things.
Yeah. And Christian's just fingering Chris's beard with the microphone.
The microphone looks low. You keep looking like you're like. It looks like you. Do you want it up a bit?
Yeah, I think
it looks like you're 80.
Coming down.
Yeah, I've got the Burns hump going on. It's starting.
Fucking oath, Notre Dame.
Quasimodo. Yeah, that's a lot better.
I was saying Boo earns.
I've never felt so comfy in my life. Yeah, fix trains, shift work. It's good.
These seats suck.
Can
you guys tell
these
chairs have like no cushion?
Yeah, where's the cushion?
Do you feel like you can feel like the wood?
It's
right?
like
I feel like I'm in Middle Earth.
This sort of feels as if you'd like.
All right, Frodo.
For people listening, if you sat on a milk crate, like that's what it feels like. My ass is like sunk into like a
with
square.
a cowhide on it.
I feel
So
feel you. Yeah, these seats, we're trying to get rid of them. Do you want to buy them?
No.
Hey, I just thought of something. So you got a gym and you work at Metro. You really are training all day.
Oh, wow. Yes, that's brilliant.
Look, bro, what do you do? Oh, look, I train all day.
I do know what. That's actually good. I'm gonna.
Have you got any funny stories from working on the trains? Like, is there
and I want body part stories. I want body part stories.
So I've never had to go to a fatality myself, so I can't vouch for anything.
Just some of the people you work with have to go to.
Yep. Yeah. So so usually if there is one, they'll send one of the mechanics or mechanical fitters and one of the electricians to just make sure the train is okay to sort of be moved on and.
Oh, like scraping shit off the front of the train, basically.
No. So they wouldn't be doing that. There's other people that do that. But there's actually like a...
But they do an inspection of the train that's hit someone to make sure that it's okay.
Yep.
Fuck me.
Sometimes they are the first there.
That's a shit job.
Yeah, I said, like, you do have the option. Like, they'll ask you, like, do you want to go?
You can say no.
Yeah, you can say no, yeah.
Is there a benefit for doing it? Like, what's the incentive to say yes?
To be honest, I think, and I'm not sure, I know you do get offered maybe an hour or two at, like, a couple hours extra.
Unless you're Ted Bundy, why would you want to go?
Maybe that's your thing.
Well, some people might want the extra money. Like, honestly, like, I don't know. Like, some people might not have that emotional attachment to something that they don't know.
Yeah, still, that's full on. So, have you ever been asked?
No, never. Because...
Will there come a stage in your career where they're going to start asking you?
Yeah, they could. Yeah, definitely. I probably wouldn't... I guess, like, if you're the only person there, I guess maybe they're going to have... You'd probably have to as part of your job requirement.
Yeah.
But it's not something that I would be putting my hand up to go and do.
Jesus, yeah, no.
Yeah.
It'd be good, like... No, I wouldn't. Let's move on.
It'd be good.
I was gonna say, it'd be an interesting YouTube channel. You know, the guy goes out. I think it's fascinating. You know,
it sounds like something Logan Paul might do.
No, I'm not laughing. But like,
you were laughing.
No,
don't fucking lie.
It's interesting because it happens and it's very hidden, even though it's a real thing.
It is because like apparently we spoke to a cop about it because.
Christian speaks to the police a lot.
We spoke to a cop about it. I won't go into why we were talking to a cop about it too much, but we were speaking to a cop about it, and he was like, it happens on the Pakenham line at least like once a week, maybe.
Is that true, Chris? Can you verify these details, Chris?
Well, because I only work those 7 shifts over the fortnight.
He pleads the 5th.
Well, no one I don't often hear people talk about it at work. So if I'm not there,
he was like, this happens often on the Pakenham line, like a lot.
Yeah.
There was a whole documentary about people jumping off the Golden Gate Bridge. Did you see that?
Oh, really?
Did you see that? They filmed for a year, and they filmed like 12 people, one a month, and they'd film the drop and everything.
That's crazy.
You know, what's the difference between Chris working out, training, and doing a blog?
What?
What do you mean?
And doing a what?
A blog. It's just
a blog. Okay.
Oh,
right.
sorry. Yeah.
Like blogging it. Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. I just say, but they don't want to encourage people doing it. That's why they hide it, right? That's why media don't report it. That's why it's all hidden.
I think I don't know. Yeah, I'm not too sure.
Apparently, the train yards at Flinders Street Station used to be the worst for it because it was really accessible, high density population area.
Yeah. I just find it.
This turned morbid, really quickly.
Yeah, it is quite morbid. Yeah.
No, let's the rest of this has to be talking about dead people.
Okay, I was gonna say we're gonna go.
It has to be dead.
Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real.
I thought we were going to go positive, but we can...
No, let's go positive.
So what happened to Amy Winehouse?
So Amy Winehouse joined the 27 Club. Okay, Janis Joplin, Jimi Hendrix, Kurt Cobain, and that's a
conspiracy. Courtney Cox killed all of them.
Courtney Cox?
Wow.
You even cooked it hard. I like it. Courtney, I like that.
Courtney Cox,
yeah. That wasn't a joke, was it?
Yeah, I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, I didn't catch that either.
Catch that. I thought that... Courtney Cox. No, Courtney Love.
Maybe she did do
it. Everyone needs good friends, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's Neighbours. What the hell is the song? Oh, I'll be there for you. Yeah.
No, I'm not a fan.
Of what?
Friends.
Yeah.
See,
they're overrated.
He's a firm believer of that you either love Seinfeld or Friends. You can't be in both.
Are you
camps.
a Seinfelder?
I am a Seinfelder.
How about that fridge, huh? Hey, if I wanted something cold, I'd go to Antarctica. That's his comedy, right?
was that your Jerry Seinfeld impression?
Like, why are
you
you
didn't do the voice? What's the deal?
What's the deal with that?
What's the deal with...
It still holds up. It's still a great show.
I fucking love Seinfeld too.
I'm one out. I don't watch TV. I don't watch films.
No, that's right. I heard that you're not really into it.
Yeah.
Is that a time thing for you, or have you just never really...
Yeah, lack of interest. If it's something real, like they did one... Was it they did one? The
you
movie.
don't have time for fiction, basically. You prefer
if it's real, I'll watch it because I want to learn something.
Okay.
But if it's anything like Star Wars or Lord of the Rings,
okay. No, well, that's fair enough.
I can't sit there.
Yeah.
To me, it's like it didn't happen. It just feels weird. My imagination is not that creative to go. Oh my Frodo. You know, it doesn't make sense to me.
Missing out on life.
I'm drinking a lot of Pinot and
Pinot.
Doing this and that. We all like our things. Hey, I'm not going to sit there and tell you don't get married. I just don't want to watch Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, that ring you're not into.
Yeah,
I'm going to make you sit down and watch it with me.
That is actually torture. I'd rather go to a good tournament.
So, would you? But you're not open at all to watching it. So, how do you know that you want if you do enjoy it, or you just know?
I just know. Well, first of all, it's hard enough sitting and watching anything.
Okay, yeah.
What about sitting down and watching something like amazing, like The Godfather, something that you?
Yeah, I like Goodfellas. I think Goodfellas is amazing.
Yeah.
Scorsese.
Will you see The Irishman?
I started watching it, but I got distracted. Went back on YouTube watching Conan.
I haven't started it yet. I haven't. Conan. I just saw the word slow burn.
Hours.
Yes, it says slow burn. I'm like, I can't sit there. I need to commit. I need to block out this time. I need to know. I need like a 2 week.
I haven't done it yet, but I want to.
I need to mentally prepare myself. Yeah. It's one of those things like. Like you've got shows you can watch where you know that you need to watch the show, and there's other shows where people can just like sidetrack yourself on your phone or
that's
sort of not
all
be.
That Emily watches. Emily's not interested. If it's a TV show, she has to like really pay attention to. It's a struggle to get her to watch it. If it's a TV show that like is kind of garbage that she can sit down and disengage on her phone and stuff at the same time, she's all in.
It's kind of crazy how
then she'll argue that it's a good TV show.
Yeah. So
Oh God.
You can go through stages. You just got to give them the quiz. Yeah, the quiz them. Just be like 5 episodes in. What's this guy's name? That's that. If they don't know, they're not into it. But it's weird. Like, who would have thought? Like back in the day, what were they doing? Sitting there reading the newspaper while TV was on? I don't know. Like no one was doing that, were they? Like, what's the equivalent? Like listening to the radio and watching TV at the same time. I don't know. Reading a book, listening to music. I can't do that. I can't read. I can't read and listen to music. I've tried to do that.
Read and listen to music.
So have a.
What if it's music without lyrics? Because I used to listen to classical while I studied.
Okay, yeah, but that's probably a lot easier to do than...
Gay.
Hey, man. What was your ATAR? No,
is that VC? Is that
mine's shit?
I wouldn't even.
I
wouldn't even know what mine was. I did the exams, but I never would have known what mine
Emily
results were.
got like high 90s.
Oh wow!
Did she?
She's a freak.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wait, you sound surprised, Beau.
No, well, I mean, I just think that's impressive. I don't know anyone who got 90.
No one at Roval Secondary College that I hung out with.
Yeah, especially like in school. Like I think I got 60.
Yeah, you're close to my number. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was like hard to get there. I did fucking art in that. I'm like,
Really?
how did I get C in art?
Yeah.
Well, no one does well in the arts.
Yeah, but it's so subjective.
Arts are yeah, exactly. That's why I'm saying arts are a stupid subject.
But what
for
sort of
kids.
exam? Like,
because it's
how do they
subjective.
structure an exam for art? Like, is it
Draw a
topic
penis.
based? No, but like, is
The
it
whole
like
system's
Your penis doesn't have veins.
The penis doesn't have veins. It's so hypocritical for an art teacher to give your work a grade because it's subjective.
Yeah, exactly. You're
it's
right.
bullshit. I look back on it. I produced videos back then, like rap videos, and I would submit artwork with the rap video.
Yep.
She gives me a C. But now I do it to people that I know.
And that's
it's
bullshit.
It's appreciated like an A.
Okay.
You know
Bitch,
what
I
I mean?
actually did this outside of school. This is something I'm really interested in. This is like I poured my heart and soul into this. This is like I'm really proud of this.
Yeah, no one else
and you
was
just put
doing
a
that.
fucking C on
But
it. Do you realize you could be like? I'm not tooting your horn, but I'm saying like you could be like, do you imagine if someone gave like Spielberg, or fucking like Spike Jones or someone? It's like, no, you're no good at this.
But is that her just like,
or
or is that them just marking you like straight up like, okay, it's a rap video. I don't like rap.
Oh, look,
sorry.
I don't know what the criteria of teachers were in 2005 or whatever it was,
God.
but it was.
Did you just turn to her and say, well, you know what, for sure with it?
That was after that, but like, yeah, I should have.
That's Beau's number one hit single that came out many years ago. That's his first big rap single.
Yeah, it went number one in Jamaica on the Spotify when Spotify
I heard it went.
didn't
I heard it went
exist.
platinum in Guam, which is like 300 copies, which is awesome.
Yeah. The US troops loved it. It was because I rapped about their aircraft carrier. They just Googled it accidentally and I sent it platinum. Hey, the schools. I look back on the school system, man. And I'm just like, I used to think in school homeschooling was like for freaks, and now I get it.
Yeah.
Well, the system's not built for people that run businesses. It's built for workers. I battled with it the whole time.
Because I've been like, I think a lot of people have been saying, like, oh, I didn't learn how to do tax. I didn't learn how to do all this shit that I need to do that will fuck me up. Like, I could go to prison for not doing this shit.
Tax.
And I did not learn how to do that in high school.
The
Why
most
the fuck didn't
guaranteed.
I can do Pythagoras theorem, but I can't do
bullshit.
fucking
You just
tax.
need something like a life skills, like, I don't know, what's year 9? Is year 9, 15? Let's say from there, you need to, when you're about to start work at whatever it is now, the age, you need to know those things because that's the shit that will catch up with you.
BS.
And if you let that run, the government are going to get you. They want their money. They don't care about you. You're working
ScoMo will kick your fucking door down.
He wants your $10 a week that you're earning from the local pizza shop or whatever. But
That's
whatever.
classy. As you said, Christian, how the fuck isn't there a tax subject?
Yeah.
It is. What's guaranteed in life? Death and fucking tax.
taxes.
And you go through 12 years of fucking schooling and
I
you do
only
not
just
learn
found out
something you will need.
And I only just found out about death.
Yeah, I know it's hard, isn't it? I'm sorry to hear
I only
that.
just found out.
I know.
I thought this shit was infinite.
I thought you were immortal.
Yeah. What's immortal?
A technique. It's a technique.
Oh, I thought it was a video game.
No.
Video
So,
games?
Chris.
Yes.
Back to Chris. Fuck you, Beau. Back to Chris.
I'm here. I'm
Tax.
serious.
Tax.
Economy.
Teach us about
Government.
tax.
Policies.
So we got to, you did your bodybuilding comp. Now
Yep.
you proposed to Ash. Now
Yes.
you've got this regime and you've settled into life.
Life is
now,
set.
Life as a married man.
Yep.
And are you grabbing drinks?
Yeah, what do you want?
Oh, just grab me whatever, man.
I'm fucking shit-faced.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah,
Yep.
you and Ash got married.
Yes, we got married. So that was last year. So we just, end of October, we just passed over. We actually, today, the 8th of December, is actually 6 years that we'd been seeing each other together. Got married, honeymoon, Hawaii. Hawaii
yeah.
was really good. Yeah, it was a nice place.
Hakawanapina.
Yes, I definitely recommend going there at least once. Definitely making the trek to Maui. Definitely doing the road to Hana Drive. One of the most amazing things I've ever done. A little bit nerve-wracking because the roads aren't built for two cars to sort of be passing each other at the same time.
Yeah, you did that shit in like a Wrangler, Jeep Wrangler?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, that was really
sick.
Yeah, that was really cool. So like sort of doors off, top down. Jeep, and that was good. So yeah, that was a long day though. Like, so the island itself isn't that big. So when you're looking at it like on a map, say if you map your route all the way around, it would say like maybe a few hours, if that. It took us like 8 hours to drive around this whole thing because you're just going so slow at times, and you sort of have to like.
Fuck.
Well, as a tourist, I was going slow. You see locals like overtaking you and stuff, like not even caring, like hairpins, like single lane bridges.
Jesus.
Yeah, and it's really good. Like,
they've got the power of the Rock in them though.
the Rock, what is it? The not Samoan. What's the word I'm looking for?
Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
I can't even think of what I'm trying to say. What's like the island? It'll come to me later. But yeah, that was really good.
Like Fijian?
What do you call? I'm gonna have to look it up because it's really annoying.
Do
me
it.
now.
Google it.
I'm gonna fact check myself.
Like,
Polynesian.
Oh, Polynesian.
Dude,
yeah.
fuck. That was so annoying. Didn't even have to Google it. I just started typing. It's like, it was like it was listening to me actually, because I started typing Samoa Rock, just because the Rock, and then, you know, just throw the words at Google, like make it work for you, and then it came up Polynesia. So.
The Rock. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, and
so
that was good,
you guys, the honeymoon in Hawaii.
Honeymoon. Yes, that was really good. Yeah, it's one of those places that I'd never really thought I wanted to go, but like sort of leading up to the honeymoon, we didn't want to just do something. It was maybe something that we probably wouldn't go back to. That was sort of like the thought. And yeah, it was really nice. It was really, really nice.
Have you done Hawaii, Beau?
I haven't. I've flown over it about 7 times.
Yeah.
I haven't stopped there.
No, it's
more than 7.
Yeah, more than that, yeah. But yeah, I always say it like after the plane goes down, I'll probably land there. You know what I mean? If there's a malfunction. But I always just like, nah, get me to LA.
Stopover.
Yeah, it looks good
nice.
though. It looks good, man.
No, it's good. They
If I was getting married to a beautiful woman and I had a life, I would do that.
But you're not. You're going to marry an ugly woman instead.
That's not true. You said she was the most beautiful woman in the
universe. I wasn't talking about your current girlfriend.
Oh, right. That's true. All the exes are terrible,
though. We still are unsure whether your girlfriend exists because no one's met her.
You've seen her.
I've seen a person.
I'm sorry that she works too much and she's a hard worker.
She is. She drives for Big Great. Is she going to come? Hey,
does that mean she's going to come? Work for you? She's employed by you.
Yeah, that's the whole thing.
That's sort of like
he didn't want a girlfriend.
So
he
is this not like
employee.
Seinfeld? Is this like Jerry dating his mate, his room cleaner, his maid? Like where does the boundary stop and stuff between relationship and employee?
Do you want to know a real weird thing? How I separate it?
Yeah.
This is the simple thing I do. When we want to talk and be coupley, it's Facebook Messenger. When I want to send her job details and keep it's email and text.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
That's how I separate it.
Yeah.
And it works perfect.
That's how you come.
I send blunt text messages with the job descriptions.
Yep.
And I say, you fucked that up. And then I'll message her. I don't even talk about it. I say, hey, babe, how you been?
No, that's okay. No,
it works.
If that works.
No, that works perfect.
No, but you're right, because you do need that, I guess, that like separation between conversations.
Yeah, it's risky, right?
Oh, you never know.
I went away to the States a few weeks ago with her, and all the people, when I come back, how was it? Did you test your relationship? I'm like, motherfuckers, you happy for me or what? Like, I'll tell you, I'm fine. Thank you.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, nah, they want the downfall.
Yeah.
Yeah, so why they were expecting there to be drama.
Yeah,
like,
people just want drama. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the reality TV era. I don't know what it is.
It's just people. It's just that sort of. You think about even like social media news stories. Things that happen in the news get forgotten about a day to 2 days later now. A lot of things.
It's recycled so
and
quick.
it's just like, there's just so much influx now.
This podcast is only good for 24 hours once it's released.
No, that's right. It's Mission Impossible. It will self-detonate.
Your kids will listen to this though on some weird AI
How
system.
weird is that? Actually, that's actually like mind-blowing. Like, think about it. This is going to be forever.
This is forever.
Shout out to Chris's kids that haven't been born yet.
Yeah.
Butterfly effect. I just changed your kids right then because I clapped.
Thanks, Ashton Kutcher.
It's not punked.
Good movie.
No.
Butterfly effect. I'm like, what?
You can't make fucking movie references with this guy.
I've seen that. I've seen that. Is that where he gets the wand and rides the broomstick and they play Quidditch?
Yeah.
Is that
Ashton Kutcher?
Like, it'd be like that guy who's seen like the second or the third one that no one else has seen, and they're like irrelevant movies, but they kept trying to go. And it'd be like that one. Like, oh, come on.
So speaking of kids,
yes.
is that what's next?
Is that like, I guess maybe the natural progression of life? It's maybe within the year or so. But it's one of those things. If it happens, it happens.
I fucked up because I said 100% when you guys got married. I was like, Ashley's gonna be pregnant within the year.
So you're already you're
I was
done.
out.
Yeah, you're already. What's that? Couple of months, almost 2 months out wrong. Yeah,
I know. Thanks, Ash.
Cooked it.
Yeah, that's it.
but we did say before, Chris is shooting blanks apparently.
Yeah,
that's right. We were talking about what were we talking about? We were talking about methods of contraception, and Chris is a fan of the good old pull out.
Yeah, well,
5 years strong or 6 years strong.
That's a fucking good track record. If you've never heard an advocate for pulling out, that is fucking it. 5 years.
No, but obviously there's been contraception in those early days, so we can't call it 6 years clean or whatever you want to say. Is it 6 years clean of like pregnancy? I don't know.
6 years.
Okay, wait, none that I know about. So
there could have been politically correct.
Yeah, good to ask those questions.
Yeah,
don't assume.
No.
Don't assume. So yeah, that kids is
next I think in that,
or is there goals that you want to achieve before then?
No, not personally. Maybe like as definitely want to travel to Japan next year for my 30th.
Yep.
And I just feel like if we plan something like that,
so just travel goals, really.
Yeah, I think just maybe like one more trip. Like so, we went to Europe middle of this year, did a few countries. That was sort of been the one last trip. I wasn't that keen to go, and I'm so happy that Ash sort of like forced me to go on a holiday because I had the most amazing time.
Yeah.
And yeah, so maybe like one more place I'd really like to see is Japan, and then we'll just see. It's like it's up to her as well. She's got to carry the child that might come out like with a beard like me, and then it might be like a built baby, like one of those real heavy ones.
It'll come out deadlifting.
Yeah, the umbilical
hey, mum
cord.
and dad.
Come out,
but
baby
no,
Schwartz.
Put it in the garage.
No rush. Like
no rush.
No.
I'm same boat. No rush.
Like I actually, to be honest, like even like maybe a year ago, I was really keen and I like wanted it to happen because I was really worried that. And it's stupid to think about it. Like I wanted kids before I was 30, and I was like, I'm gonna be too old because I don't want to like not be able to like run around and play and stuff. And
you have a hip display show.
Do you have those pangs where you're like, fuck, I can't wait to be a dad?
Oh yeah, definitely. Like I
have those flashes.
Do you have those?
I have those every now and then.
Yeah.
It's just like I don't know. You hear like dads talking about the experiences that they've had with their kids recently and how amazing those have been, and you listen and you go, fuck, that's going to be awesome one day.
That's good, man.
I'm in no hurry though.
But Christian, how do you deal like around like maybe not family like smaller kids, but like if you see like random kids out in public and stuff, like what's your like if they're doing like annoying shit, like does it get up your nerves and stuff, or do you sort of just accept them for kids?
I'm a patient motherfucker.
Ooh, man, kids at the shops.
I'm able
kids
to
at the shops. I can't do it. My kids will be on leashes. They'll be half a meter to my side, and that's that. Like they're not going to be like walking around, crawling around dirty floors.
Emily can attest to this. Emily can attest to this.
I'm a leash baby. shout out, mum.
I think I was as well.
And you know what? And I'm gonna say, like, you see kids these days with leashes. They're wearing like backpacks and stuff. I was like strapped in a harness. Like I looked like I don't know.
If they're on a leash and they've got a backpack, they're not a kid. That's a mule. That's like they're using their kid as a mule.
They're holding mum's snacks. It's
just get a
wine.
donkey.
She got like a wine cooler, like a goon bag in the back of the backpacks.
Fucking oath. Put a straw in.
Jesus.
No,
just a carrot on a stick in front of the kid.
I think I was a runner at the shops. I used to like escape.
I was too.
Did you have a harness?
I was like a leash baby for a little bit, I think.
Oh, there you go.
Really?
Because I was getting lost and shit.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah, you think about it, like
some would say you still need a leash.
Hey.
Deep.
Pee.
Deep heat.
Hey.
You guys are hilarious and adorable.
Oh, that's so cute.
That's deep.
So, you get those pangs of like,
I think so. I think I got a bit of love to give, to share out, to spread away.
You've got a really, really great close relationship with your dad.
Yep. Yeah, I do. Yeah.
What has he taught you, or what have you taken away from how you were fathered, good and bad, or if there is any bad?
I think it was just like always be open, like emotionally, like don't be afraid to tell some that you love them and stuff like that, and that sort of be straight, be honest, and that sort of showed me that like. If something upsets me, I'm happy to tell people it upsets me, and if just be honest with people, be open with people, because I don't know. I guess that's a hard way to put it around. I guess
Yeah, no, be open, be emotionally available.
Yeah. I think it's like you can try and pull that whole macho man like closed off thing, and it just doesn't work
when you've got a dad like that's brave enough to be like that.
Yeah, and he was always really supportive for like sports and things like that, and that like I appreciate that because he probably would have rather have been playing golf a lot more than watching me play like cricket and footy and stuff on the weekends.
So the relationship between you and your dad, does that come from you've got a traumatic event in your childhood?
Yep.
I don't know if you want to go into it.
Talk
about it if
can
you feel
touch
comfortable.
on it. So,
but I'm sure that strengthened. your bond
definitely.
With your dad
Yeah. So I
through.
think that I guess I wouldn't say that like it made him love me more or anything, but it just sort of it made us really really close.
Appreciate the bond.
100%.
Appreciate what you had, I guess.
Yeah, and it made me really I saw both my parents, not just my dad, go through a lot when I was growing up, and I think seeing like how well they obviously had to handle things for me still being around and stuff I might as well tell everyone. So what happened?
You're comfortable
I can go into it. So my brother passed away when I was 14 years old. He was 15. He had a brain aneurysm. So it happened on Boxing Day in 2004. Yeah, so this will be the 15th year or 15 years since he passed away. Really, really rough, traumatic thing for the family to go through, obviously.
Because it was just so out of the blue.
Yeah, so, healthy young guy, athletic, footy, cricket, sports, everything. Yeah, and it came out of nowhere, really shook our family. Everyone involved the family, like all the sporting clubs that he was involved with and I was involved with. Yeah, it was one of those things, obviously, I would never, wish, you can't, you don't wish bad things upon anyone, but, there's some of the sort of things that the family had to go through, and I guess even myself had to go through as a 14-year-old kid. It was really hard to deal with that, traumatic life experience at such a young age. Yeah. And I didn't really know how to cope with things and stuff like that back then, and because being a kid, you don't really have that. Some people go through traumatic things in their life, but I'd never had something as significant as that happen to me.
What was your coping like? What got you through?
I'm to be honest,
did you do counselling, or was it just the strength of the family? Or
no, probably just more the strength of the family. But I don't know. I don't know if it's just because it was that sort of as I said, it's 15 years ago this year. But it I don't know if it was that traumatic for me that I've sort of blocked things out a little bit. But it's all a real massive blur. Those sort of couple of even that year and that time period afterwards and stuff I don't know if I blocked it out or if it's just that it was that long ago. Sort of, you don't forget, but I think it was a bit of the maybe it was just that traumatic.
Putting it behind you a bit more.
Yeah, well,
your brain's not putting as much attention and weight on it anymore. Maybe.
Yeah. I guess. I've been. Sometimes I might not maybe show the emotion. Every year we get together on the 28th of December when he passed away. So we get together, we let some balloons off as a family. It's really nice. Everyone who was part of his life, and they all come, everyone gets together and we have a nice day, usually in the afternoon. We usually go up to Sky High, Mount Dandenong, let the balloons off.
Yeah.
And it was really nice. We've been doing that for so long. And sometimes I don't know if it's if I sort of feel I cried a lot of tears as a kid. And sometimes I don't really, am I supposed to still, do I have to cry? It doesn't mean I don't care or anything, but sometimes I feel maybe I don't know, I'm not showing enough emotion, but trust me, it's there obviously, and it's a long time ago, and I guess I sort of sometimes feel I've sort of experienced it, dealt with the pain a little bit, and then all I can do is just, sort of be there for everyone else as well at the same time.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's, oh man, obviously, I can't.
I don't think you're closed off about it.
Maybe
it's not you don't want to keep going on about it, maybe, or
yeah,
you don't.
I don't know.
It's feel the need to.
Yeah, maybe I don't feel the need. It's a big thing. Probably affects me more than I probably know, or affected me more than I knew at the time, and even now to this day. But it's 15 years. That's like just ticks over half my life now, like this year. So I've been alive, longer than how long it's happened. So I it's I don't know. I don't know if I like. I've never not wanted to talk about it, but it's sort of one of those things where you meet people, like we met a few years ago, like you would never have known about it because we weren't friends at the time. And I probably wouldn't have brought it up, but like if people bring it up, I'm happy to talk about it. I'm happy to share like what it was like, obviously having a brother for, growing up and stuff. And it's something that really shook us at the time.
But like I said, the bond that you and your dad have now.
Oh yeah, it's
beautiful.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, he's a good laugh. Yeah, we had a few drinks last night. It was good to see him. It's always good.
Yeah.
We always stayed close, and we actually work at the same place. He's in the office where I work. So
is that recently?
No, he's been there.
He's been there for a while.
It'd have to be at least 5 years now.
Oh shit! I didn't know that.
Someone got connections to get their job, I think.
Yeah, my uncle used to be the manager.
That's how I got my first job at the pub.
Look, it's sometimes it's who you know, not what you know. Like,
no, it helps. It helps. What's your? I mean, in general, man. What do you say? What's the best? Like everyone goes through something traumatic eventually. They lose a family member. What's the sort of the best coping strategies to deal with it? Is it just grievance? And then
I think you obviously if I was going to tell anyone, you just need to be there for your family and you just need to support each other. Like you just let it all out. Just like spend that time together and appreciate that time together as well, because like what happened with my brother Daniel, like you just never know when your time's up. And then it should probably, people always say like, what's the saying? Like you never know, the next day you could get hit by a bus or something. Like you never know. So you should always, one of those things, don't go to bed angry, never leave the house without saying goodbye, like sort of thing, I love you and stuff like that. So I think like if you can like consciously, be there for each other through any traumatic experience, I think that's what you need to do. And say, even if it's not something, say it's a friend and it's not something that's affected you, they just might want you to be there to like listen, or like some people just want someone to talk to that they feel, and you shouldn't get like, don't be like upset, don't feel like awkward about it, because they obviously trust you enough to be open with you and they actually want to talk to you about those sort of things. Like, man, it's awesome. Like if you've got friends that are happy to open up to you about their hardest times and battles, just be there, be that person who can be there.
That's something I know that you're quite passionate about, because you've opened up on social media and whatnot before on Are You OK Day and that sort of thing about, if anyone out there, you've reached out, if anyone out there is going through something and they just need someone to talk to, like, I'm here.
Because I you
obviously have first-hand experience of knowing what it's like.
Yeah.
To, have something that you feel like you need to talk to.
Yeah, and a lot of people are suffering, feeling like they've got no one to speak to, and like it comes out more often nowadays, and I don't know why, if it's what people are more open now, which is great, because you need to get those things off your chest, because there's always someone else who's either gone through it or will help you get through stuff. And you just the people, it's like I used to always like, and maybe it's a little bit off topic as a sense, but a lot of people do go through those sort of things, like some people, like, suicide can be such like a traumatic thing for everyone in a family, or everyone who's battling with something to go through. And I used to think, oh, maybe it's like a really selfish thing, like, oh, this person's gone and taken their life, left their family, left their kids, whatever their situation is. But you got to think about the pain that they must have been going through to think that taking their life was the best option to rid their family of like the burden of them. Like, how much have they been suffering? Like that. You can't even start to imagine the pain that you would have to be feeling if that was your only option. That's when that thought came into my head, that made me click that like I'm happy to like be open about like battles with anything. People can talk to me. People should just reach out to anyone. Like, and people need to they need to know that they can speak. People aren't going to judge you. Like it's 2019. Like, just get out there. Like, you need to be open. You need to speak. Don't bottle things up. And it's just. I guess having both my parents, having my dad, like you said, like have a close bond with him, being really he's a very emotional guy, and that showed me that it was okay to open up. Like, it's okay. Like, you can do that. Like, it's not this macho man thing. Like, you don't have to bottle things up. even though I sometimes do bottle my emotions
Well,
up.
with that beard, no one's questioning your fucking masculinity.
Yeah, that guy did say that I look like a Canadian woodsman.
Oh yeah, we
on
Friday night, some random guy was like, "Bro, that beard, you look like a Canadian woodsman."
Yeah, that makes
I
sense.
thought that was really, that was a really nice compliment.
He wasn't wearing a flanny or anything though. I thought
He actually
it's
no.
not
Well, he
legit
did
then.
say you should be wearing one. And I'm
Oh, there
like,
you
well,
go.
I'm not.
It's
well,
like,
I'm not Canadian.
a woodsman's a lumberjack, right?
Yeah.
You just have to be
yeah.
hipster about it and say
Okay.
woodsman.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, a woodsman.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
look like you should be a woodsman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very much, Nigel.
That was it's a nice compliment sometimes, I guess. Men like beards.
Oh well, thanks for opening up about that.
No, that's okay. Yeah, like I wouldn't even know like how many of my friends I've like spoken to about, but that would have been definitely like growing up. That was my choice not to open up about it. But I guess like, you know, as I said, I flicked that switch in my head where I want people to know that it's okay. So I need to start being more open with everyone. And
Yeah.
if you can't be open with people you trust,
You got to put
and-
it out there to get it back. From
yeah,
people,
a little
I guess.
bit. Yeah, that's right. And like, you know, like you can't just like not sell a lie as such, but like you need to like if I want to like ask that of people to open up, and you know, maybe should probably start doing a bit more of it myself. But I guess yeah, you can deal with your own like drama and deal with your own demons in a sense, your own way. But that's just my advice, I guess.
Yeah. There you go.
Dave.
Deep. P.
If it doesn't work, take pills.
Well, there's no shame in
Hang on,
Or
no.
drink wine.
Well, there's no shame in seeing a doctor and being medicated if that's something you need to get on that right path.
No, that's
because
fucked, mate. That's fucked. No, I'm joking.
not those party pills. They don't help.
Go to Revs and take pingers. That's better therapy than the psychologist down in fucking.
You just find them in
Ringwood.
between the couch cushions there anyway, so it's like it's free. It's a free
Oh,
high.
dick oath.
Yeah, there you go. There's a couch you can lay on if you want to talk to someone.
Yeah.
So back to around that age, were you much of a gamer then as well?
It's always into video games. That was like PlayStation 1 days. I'm pretty sure I still had. I don't think I had a PlayStation. Actually, no, I did have a PlayStation 2 at that stage. I do remember.
And were you like Beau? Were you playing San Andreas and killing hookers and shit?
Yeah. So
Get my money back. That's how I learned to earn money.
Beau was frugal in video games.
frugal.
It all came down to
Oh,
the
Like
sorry.
a tight
So,
ass.
so you'd be
Fucking
you'd be going with the prostitutes, but you'd be killing them afterwards to get your money back.
Fucking
and
hell.
you'd be
That's what he's
taking the
doing.
rest of her daily takings. Business. See, you've always been business minded. Like you're
where it
conscious of what
started.
it needs to do. Yeah.
That's where it started.
Beau was playing San Andreas and realizing that, yeah, doing the missions is getting me money, but I can make more money being one of these taxi drivers.
And now he just drives people around
So he was-
getting drunk anyway.
So he
it's-
was
One of the first Ubers.
taking over the taxis inside in GTA.
I used to do a lot of the
Interesting.
taxi. Do you remember you could be
You
a
could
taxi
do the
driver?
taxi
Yeah,
runs.
taxis, that's
I used
what
to
I'm
do that
saying.
all the fucking time because I could work my own hours. 10 years later, I became an Uber
Do you
driver.
remember how you had to activate the taxi missions?
Yeah, you had to like jump in and like drive one and then like press one of the thumbsticks in, I
You
think.
held it down, the horn button. You used to hold it in.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it would,
You
like
could
the
do the
radio would
police car
start.
and shit as well.
Yep. Oh, you could do the police.
You could do the
yes.
police, ambulance, fire.
That's actually really good. Do you remember the first video game you ever played?
First video game I ever played. I want to say probably like Commander Keen or something.
Yeah.
Like back when
Man,
it was those
100%.
big fucking like 8-inch
Yep.
floppy disks and
Yep.
shit.
Yep.
100%. I reckon it was probably one of those. We had one of those computers at home that took the floppy disks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And
Commander Keen.
Probably Commander Keen.
Yeah, that was the same for me. 100% my cousin's computer
That's
played
crazy.
that. That was really good. That, and I remember playing a game called Wacky Races, which was not very good. It was like a Mario Kart before Mario Kart, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, really?
But it was actually really cool. So that was another one. What about you, Beau? Do you remember the first
Road
game?
Rash.
Beau
Road
got
Rash.
into 64.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
GoldenEye
okay.
was the first platform game, but on computer
Yeah.
was Road Rash, where you'd ride
computer?
motorbikes on 2D and you could whip people with chains and
Oh,
knock them
yeah,
off
yeah,
the
yeah,
bike.
yeah.
shit.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's,
yeah.
that's
Yeah,
something
yeah,
familiar,
yeah. Had
Oh,
a
that's
badass
awesome.
soundtrack with Soundgarden and all that sort of
Yeah,
stuff.
I remember,
wow.
I remember
Yeah,
when we
yeah,
got
yeah.
the Nintendo 64 though. That
Oh,
changed
dude.
shit up.
Oh my god,
Uh,
Zelda, Gold.
Banjo-Kazooie, GoldenEye. I'm trying to think of what else I had originally. I remember having Ocarina of Time and the gold cartridge. It was like, I don't know if it was special edition or they all came that way, but that was amazing. And like back then, games didn't tell you where to go. Like, I don't know how as a kid I worked out how to finish that game. Like, I have no idea. I didn't have like a...
Oh, fuck yeah.
Couldn't Google like, hey, I'm stuck in the water temple. I didn't know how to get out of there.
Yeah, that fucked me up.
That was like 3 weeks. I spent like 3 weeks in this one, so I'm like, what am I doing? Like, how am I ever going to find the princess?
The original, like the original Tomb Raider games on PlayStation. Fuck.
No,
they
so
were
I never did
tough
those.
as fuck.
My cousin had that.
Again, like no way to figure out. You just got stuck in areas.
The only thing I remember playing
and with
that
big old triangle titties.
Yeah, well, I remember locking the butler in the freezer in one of the Tomb Raiders. You could have like Lara's mansion.
Really?
You could just walk around the mansion.
I think that was like the starting stage in number 2 or 3 or something.
Maybe that's the one I was playing. That and Driver. Driver was one of the first games I ever played.
Yeah. You had to like do donuts and stuff in the multi-level car park.
The
to like
tutorial
prove that you
was
could drive
the hardest thing in the game.
It was bullshit.
That and I think it was like amazing because the hubcaps like fell off and it was like whoa, the hubcaps were coming off the car. Shit. But yeah, video games still play. I still play them from time to time.
Yeah,
quite often. With you.
Yep.
We haven't played together for a while actually. We've gone our separate ways.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you playing?
Breaking my heart.
What are you playing? You still playing Call of Duty?
I'm playing a bit of Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and I'm playing a bit of Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah, okay.
Got the re-release.
Actually, you have to show me later. You have to show me.
Yeah, I'll show you before you go. It looks
sweet.
amazing. Looks tight as fuck.
Yeah.
What are you playing, Beau?
I'm playing spreadsheets.
I'm playing Microsoft Excel.
Yeah, and they're spreadsheets.
By this guy, Bill Gates.
I do YouTube tutorials, and I still only know how to do equals sum. Which is the most important formula.
I'd love to be able to learn how to like write good spreadsheets because
they're fucking.
When I
did
was
that shit in uni when I started my business degree. I had a whole fucking course on like Excel.
A lot of the gym
business
training
or
programs, what they have is like you log your workouts through say the Excel week. So each tab will be a week, and you log your workouts, and they will like progressively increase the weight or whatever intensity and stuff that you need to do. Man, it's crazy. Like, I just wish I knew how to do it, but I don't know.
Time. It's free. Everything's on YouTube.
Yeah, you're right.
I try and do so much stuff myself. When shit breaks and it needs fixing, I fucking YouTube that shit, man. When I built my own PC, I built my first PC, man. I didn't buy fucking pre-made shit. I decided I wanted to be a PC gamer.
Hey, man, relax.
I built it and I YouTubed.
Mate, you sound like you're threatening us right now.
I'm threatening you. You fucking questioning my YouTube skills.
PC, motherfucker.
Independent man. You don't need no PC builder.
Yeah, I don't need no.
See, my first one was
PC case gear to build my PC and shit.
Yeah, sometimes though, you get to the point where you just outsource. That's when you know you made it. You can outsource $50 to get a PC.
I believe in
you built my second
labor.
You built my upgrade.
Yeah, when we built your upgrade. Yeah,
yeah, that was a good time. Yep.
I'm gonna say we, but I did most of it.
You did most of it. I just
no
swag.
You bought the parts.
Shout out, Christian.
Yeah.
Shout out.
It was at I supplied the dining table to build it on. That was about it. Yeah. That was good though. We had a good time.
It's a fucking good feeling though, isn't it? Building a PC.
Well, just pressing that power button for the first time when it turns and those lights go on.
It comes on, and you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
There's been so many room for errors and shit, like, and I've got it all right.
Like, yeah,
trust me, it's a good shit. It's like,
it's a shame I got a laptop. I don't carry around desktops.
It's like being a carpenter and building something and then it falling down and you just feel like a dick. You can relate.
Allegedly.
I've never been back to any of the things that you worked.
I shot a refrigeration line. Yeah, that's the most expensive.
Yeah. Did you tell that story? You told that story on the last podcast.
Probably.
I'm pretty sure I've heard the story.
Okay, I'm not going to say it again. You told
that story on the last podcast.
That's what stopped my carpentry career.
Shooting the refrigeration line and it cost
$1,500 leak in a week.
Wow.
Yeah, just nipping it with a nail gun.
It's alright.
That was the end for me.
Okay. So was that you like? You knew that it was the end, or were you fired?
No, I wasn't fired. I just knew it was the end. You knew
that like it's not going to work.
There's too much liability. I'd rather carry around drunk hens.
Yeah, there's no liability in that at all.
Yeah. Nah. It's only when they get naked around kids.
Yeah, like I used to drive part time on the weekends for a winery tour thing, but then I accidentally hit one of the buses and I just was like, "There's too much fucking liability."
Hey, shout out to Christian who did $2,000 worth of damage on a bus a few weeks ago.
$1,200.
Yeah, but the actual panel beater repair bill was over $2,000.
Was it really?
But the excess on insurance.
Should have hit me up. I know a panel beater. I could have. They probably wouldn't even.
Dude,
they wouldn't let you take it somewhere else with that.
Touched a bollard. Pulling into a
on
servo. 3
different panels on a 25-seater.
Yeah, but it was one spot. It just happened that there was like horizontally, it was like 3 different panels. Yeah. It was fucked.
I don't know.
But we're past that. I've paid you back. The bus is repaired. I don't know.
It's annoying.
Was there
I
not
hate
an
it
ex-
not to pay you.
So
but,
do you
you know.
not have?
Oh, dude, it's fair enough.
With that, do you not
Same
have,
thing
like,
happened to
is-
Scotty.
is
I had
negligent.
a conversation with Scotty.
His one was a grey area one.
Because Scotty, so Scotty's another one of Beau's drivers who, in his first drive out in one of these buses. So to drive these buses, you've got to go and you've got to get your truck license, your medium rigid, which I love saying. I just love saying medium rigid.
Yeah, Mister.
It's just
Medium
the
rigid.
best. I get into bed and I'm like, fuck, I'm medium rigid.
I'm heavy.
You actually have a license that says you are qualified.
It says
medium
heavy
rigid.
vehicle, but and then at the bottom it's like classification or specification or something. It says MR. Doesn't anywhere say medium rigid, because otherwise I'd use that as like a business card to pick up people. I'd be like, look, I'm medium rigid. Jokes, I have a girlfriend. Anyway.
Jokes.
So yeah, he's got his license. He's going out on the first day driving one of these minibuses.
Yeah.
And what happened?
He clipped a Mercedes Benz in a 60k zone, merging.
Oh.
So they're both driving.
Oh no.
And he went whack.
You know how when you drive though, you can zone out a little bit, like it's become
didn't
second
understand
nature
the
to
length.
drive. Dude, when you're driving these buses, you cannot falter paying attention for 1 second.
Well, I was
Yeah,
gonna
you
say
learnt
like
that?
because usually.
I learnt that.
Well, you would because you're so used to driving your own car where you can judge that length of merging in between
Oh.
traffic and stuff. You've got a bus that's what an extra 4 meters or
That's
whatever.
3 cars in one.
And
yeah.
turning as well, like so that's how I did my damage. I was turning into a petrol station that I'd been in like 4 times, and I just took the corner a little bit too tight. I didn't swing out enough, and I clipped the bollard that was next to the pumps.
So what went through your mind? Did you think I'm going to cover this up?
No, I was like,
Too bad, asshole.
what went through what absolutely went through my mind
I'm going to get
was,
some paint.
fuck! I was sitting in the bus. I was
Yeah.
I was by myself, so I was swearing and shit.
Yeah, and he called me crying and shit.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
begging
Oh,
for my
fuck
forgiveness. He's
Do you
like,
know what's funny?
"Bro."
The funny thing about that petrol station is
Was it 7-Eleven?
it's the 7-Eleven on Canterbury Road, just near where we dropped the buses off.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I that time I hit the thing, and I was like, if I drive forward, it's going to make it worse. So I need to like very carefully reverse out. I reversed out and then come around and pulled in, and I've gone and checked the damage, and I was like, fuck. And I've called you basically straight away to let you know that like, yep, this has happened. And I was just in my mind, I was like, well, that's happened, and I'm going to have to pay for that, but move on. But the funny thing about that petrol station is I've been to that petrol station many times, because every time I hire, that's
Back
where
in
I
the day.
always go. And because I basically always drive on Saturdays, I always see like the same guy in there. And one day he asked me, he's like, what do you do? Why do you always have these buses? What do you do? And I was like, oh, I drive for a friend. It's his winery tour business. He's like, oh, is that good money?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, it's good for a second job. Like, it's probably good for a first job too if you do it like every day. I was like, but yeah, like it's good. He's like, oh, I'm thinking about getting my truck license and doing something like that. I was like, yeah, you should. Like, I was like, yeah, go get your bus license. And I was like, I don't know how you'd go about getting a job because I got my job through a friend, but like, yeah, sure.
Yeah. Sounds like a sick company. It's
beats-
amazing friends employee. That's awesome. I love that. It's
Oh,
really
he's-
good.
Yeah,
Give him an inch, he'll take a mile.
I
takes
give
a
Bo
fucking
plenty of
foot long.
inches.
Takes a fucking foot long. That's funny. The nosy 7-Eleven people. I like that.
Yeah, because I go.
What
to
do you
7-Eleven
fucking do,
somewhere.
mate?
What
Why
are
are you filling up the bus here all the
No,
time?
well, he was Indian. I just didn't want to be racist and do the accent.
Ah, right,
No,
yeah.
it might have sounded like that.
Nah.
He's like-
he looked like he like worked out though. He was pretty
Oh,
built. He's like a tall
he's
dude,
hired.
and he's like
Yeah.
pretty built.
Hire him. You're gone. He's hired.
I'm
that could-
gone?
that could be an- like, yeah.
Please.
You
Nah, I own
sort of like-
50% of your company.
Allegedly. Scott sends me a message every week. He's like 48% because I won't give him the extra percentage for margin share. We never can get to 50.
So yeah, back to Scotty's accident. He clipped the Mercedes.
he did clip the Mercedes in traffic, and it was a grey area for so long
Is it because the Mercedes was grey?
it was gold, champagne gold, arrogant, and the owner of that car was he was an expat with a Thai girlfriend, so he was extra angry.
Yep.
You know, he just hates life. Gets an import.
So was it a kind of a grey area because it was like, whose fault is this?
Yeah, we thought because apparently the Mercedes sped up when Scott was going in, so we're like, what the fuck? That's his fault.
Yeah.
He could have seen the bus, but nah. If you're merging into a single lane that goes one direction, you got to give way no matter what. And I wasn't sure about that finer detail. So once the insurance companies worked it out for 6 weeks or whatever it took, it cost me and Scotty $1,750.
Fuck.
Wow.
It's funny because I saw Scotty recently the other day for the first time in like a month. I told him about my accident and he was like, oh yeah, I heard about that. And I was like, yeah. And he said that he just had that same feeling of like, oh man, like I'm out here like, doing this for a bit of extra cash, and instead of making money that day, I've just racked up a bill for that day instead. He's
brutal.
like, yeah, it's brutal, but what
It's
are you gonna
happened
do?
3 times.
3 times, me, Scotty, and someone else.
One of the other lads.
Shit.
Ages
rough.
ago.
Have you thought about getting insurance?
That's with insurance. Yeah.
So how come that doesn't just work like it's your fault?
It's the
He's an
excess.
excess.
So
No,
The
what-
excess is
how
hard.
much is the excess for that?
if it's not your fault, then the other company,
Yeah,
the other
of course,
insurance will
yeah.
pay it. But it's always been our fuck ups.
Yeah, but so with the Mercedes,
I
what
tried
was
to
the
say
excess for that?
I
then?
tried to say that the bollard hit
It
me,
was
but
just
that didn't
covered
quite
with
work.
It was just covered with the
What are you looking at?
I was like a family walking outside the front door.
Yeah,
They're
maybe
our
they can hear
fans.
it.
The
They wanna be
groupies have
famous.
found our studio.
Yeah, they've already got it.
Oh shit, the groupies.
Oh, we should you could have live streamed.
Hey, what's that, pussy?
I had an accident where so I was turning right. So there was 2 right-hand turning lanes, and I was in the left-hand.
No, it's your fault. Oh, sorry, you kissed
I was in the left-right turning lane, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And an ambulance was coming up behind the guy in the right lane. Anyway, the light turned green to turn right. So I've gone to turn right, but the guy in the left lane decided to turn into my lane to get out of the way for the ambulance. And I just drove straight into him, and I was just like, dude, what are you doing? He goes, I was getting out of the way of the ambulance. I'm like, the light was green. The ambulance did a U-turn. He could have just kept going. Anyway, he was trying to say it was my fault for not seeing the ambulance. I'm like, well, you crossed into my lane. Anyway, RACV sorted it out. He was at fault because he crossed into my lane. Apparently, it doesn't matter if there's an ambulance coming because
you have to.
if you have to leave like your lane, you have to do it safely. Like you can't just like, I'm gonna cross 7 lanes. Sorry, there's an ambulance coming. Like, get out of my way. Like, yeah. And I got out of that one. So, but that guy was a wanker anyway because like I hit his car. He had a Lexus, and he goes. The first thing he says when we get out, do you know how much my car's worth? And I was just like, mate, I do not care. You just drove straight in front of me. And he was a bit shitty about it. I'm like, oh, don't worry, mate. Insurance is going to sort it out. And then he was calling me. He's like, oh, your insurance is contacting me. I'm like, yeah, because I wasn't at fault. Like,
What a dick. Yeah, I had my first car crash while I was on my P's. I was delivering pizzas for Crust.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I was literally on a delivery. I was out, and it was along... I think it's like Soldiers Road or something in Berwick.
Oh yeah.
is that the back near my house?
Yeah. But up near Beacon Hills, like just after the roundabout, but on Soldiers Road. Anyway, so it's me. There's a line of cars. There's like me, 2 cars in front of me, and then a bus. And there's a bus stop there. And the bus is like slowed down, put his indicator on, and gone into the bus stop. And there's this little, really timid, like it must have been her like fucking first or second day on the road, red P-plater behind the bus. Another car, and then me. She is like freaked the fuck out and slammed on the brakes because the bus was turning into a bus stop. Like, I don't know. The bus moved and she got scared. So she slammed on the brakes. We've all stopped. No accident yet. So then we're sitting there like, the fuck? Like, come on, you can go. Then she started going and the bus has put his right indicator on to turn back out. He's obviously thought that she was stopped, so he he inches forward again. We all start to take off. She slams on her brakes again, and then we all run up each other's asses. So then what's happened is we've all pulled off the road off to the side. The bus is gone. He's got no problem.
No, he don't care.
No one hit him.
He got right away.
No one
care.
hit him. So
Well, so he says.
it was just me and the 2 cars in front of me.
Yep.
So the guy in the car in the middle, he gets out. He's got his girlfriend in the front passenger seat. He gets out and he starts going mental at the girl that was the little red P-plater. And I've just stood back and watched. He's going off his tit at her. Fuck, what the fuck are you doing? The first thing she said, she's like almost in tears though, so it's kind of bad, but it was hilarious because she's like, did you see that bus? He almost fucking killed me. It's like the bus barely moved.
Yep.
She it moved a little bit. She's freaked the fuck out thinking that he's pulling out in front of her and like, so anyway, he's blaming her full on.
Yep.
We all swap info and stuff. I go away. My insurance company calls me and says that he's blaming the whole thing on me. He's saying that I hit him and pushed him into her.
Oh, come on.
And that the whole thing was my fault.
Yeah, I think that's how they work it.
What a dick. Turns out the car wasn't registered in his name or anything. It was his girlfriend's car, and he was also lying to the insurance company saying his girlfriend was driving.
Ah. But you and the other girl, obviously...
We both said that, no,
so you colluded against him.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So whose fault was that?
Well, whenever you run up someone's ass, it's your fault. But they've recently brought in laws about if you can prove that the person is... what do they call it? Brake checking. Like if someone's in front of you slamming on the brakes to brake check you to, like be a dickhead. If they do that and you hit them, then it switches.
Got to get a dash cam.
Yeah, I've got a dash cam.
I need one. I need to get one. Did you
You've got one, don't you?
No.
Did you
You used to.
Did you full research? You would have researched which one to get. You didn't just get one. Like
no, I literally just got one.
Oh,
Normally,
wow. I didn't think you would.
Yeah, you know what I'm like. Normally, whenever I make big purchases and stuff,
Yeah.
I research the fuck out of what to get. I was just in JB Hi-Fi one day looking at them, and I was thinking, oh, I'm just going to get a cheap one. I don't really care. It just needs to work.
Yeah.
And they were having this random sale. Like some of the really like top end dash cams were like they had just released a new model, and they were literally in that day running out the last of the old ones. So there was these like $300 dash cams for like $70.
Yeah, crazy.
I got one of those. It was like 1080.
See, the worst thing
recording.
is I've been saying I need one, and it's just gonna happen. Like the days are just like getting shorter. Like it's coming.
Now that I'm a tradie, I'm driving like so many kilometers. Like I've had the car a few months. I've already done almost 5k.
Yeah.
5,000k. And
wow.
Yeah, so I'm always on the road. So I was like, I'm getting a fucking dash cam. There's no way. I'm not getting done for no shit.
No, there's shitty people out there that'll deliberately try and do stuff. And,
absolutely.
You hear about dodgy people in car parks and stuff, and they sort of like roll their car into yours or close enough. They'll wait for you. It happens, and they got dodgy like mechanics or like panel beaters, and they'll just like charge them out the ass. They'll be like, "Oh, don't worry about it. We don't need to use insurance, but here's a quote. You owe me like $3,000. The guy will get it fixed for like $500 and pocket the money, and that shit happens all the time.
Yeah, it's fucked. Yeah. Have you had any bad accidents?
Luckily not. No, I've only hit actually a tyre came through my windscreen nearly off a car.
A
tyre?
Yeah, Jesus.
I'm in the back road up there. It was 90k zone up in Narry North. And a tyre came off a float trailer for animals, farm animals, and I was driving the opposite direction. So this tyre hit my VS Commodore at 180k an hour.
Wow.
Just went shoo, bang.
Fuck.
And it went into my engine, halfway into my engine bay. And rode off my car, one tyre on a small trailer.
That far in?
Yeah.
Shit.
That's scary.
And it rode my car off.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And my mum did this telepathic shit. She's like... I got home that night. She's like, I felt something at that time. She's like, I'm so connected. I knew something had gone wrong.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
And then I started going, like it was so close to going through my windscreen and whipping my head off. Which it could have been.
Maybe she knew.
But I don't talk to Mum anymore since then. It's a bit weird. It's got weird between us.
It got weird from that day.
I was going to say, like, what else does she feel
she
you
keeps
do?
bringing it up.
She wakes up and she goes, Vegas. And I'm like, yes, Mum, I've booked flight to Vegas again.
That's great.
Crazy,
All right,
crazy.
Speed round. We're going to wrap this up shortly, but I've got a few more questions I thought would be fun. Just like fun as shit. Conspiracy theories, Chris. I know you love your Rogan and stuff.
Yeah.
What are you into?
With your like conspiracy wise?
Yeah. What's a conspiracy theory that you are just like, I'm into this?
Honestly,
or are you more of a skeptic?
Nah, I'm not I'm not wearing tinfoil. I'm not like Bush did 9/11. I'm not like everything.
But he did.
Yeah, see, I'm not like...
But he did, yeah.
Look, trust me, I've watched like Loose Change, and I've watched like those 9/11...
Yeah,
there's another one, I can't remember what it's called. Zeitgeist? And
Zeitgeist?
Like, yeah, so that's...
Zeitgeist
dude,
is full on.
It makes it like so believable, doesn't
Yeah,
it? But like,
it
it's this... I don't know, like... pull the wool over my eyes. I don't care if I don't know.
What about the moon?
Yeah, see...
Beau, the moon?
Yeah, I mean, it's yes and no, isn't it?
Like, no, it's one or the other. What do you mean?
Bullshit, it's both.
There's enough people to say...
The feed was fucked, so they recorded it in a studio.
Yeah, well, that's what I think.
Yeah.
That makes sense. And that's the logical...
So you think that we went but the footage was shit, so they reshot it.
Yeah, propaganda.
Yeah.
Russians.
Yeah, well, you think about
Look
it.
into
Do you
it.
know how big obviously like the race to the moon was such a big thing?
Yeah, it was enormous.
You
Yeah.
had to get there. Like, who was going to get there first had world power or whatever, and they needed to be there. So, well, they had no proof that they were there. And then everyone would be like, oh, but why don't they go back? Well, I don't know. How much does it cost to send a fucking rocket
What's
to the
the
moon?
fucking point?
Like, there's nothing
What's
there.
There's no money in it.
Maybe on the other side.
There's
I
no
don't know.
spreadsheets there.
Yeah, cheese.
There's no updates.
You seen Wallace and
spreadsheets there.
Gromit?
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Jeez, there's no spreadsheets there.
Yeah.
There's no spreadsheets there. What about
What
Jeff?
if you were the first person to write a spreadsheet on the moon?
Actually,
Sign me up, motherfucker.
without knowing a lot into it, apparently, is it the Port Arthur, the Australian massacre?
Oh, if you tell me that was a fucking inside job, I'm gonna hit you.
Why? Because have you only from what I've heard?
Uh-oh.
You can hit me back. You can go. We can go with
Don't
this.
hit him, he lifts.
The what?
He lifts, don't hit him.
No. But like, they said that apparently the guy's IQ was that subpar. Like, and I don't know the numbers.
Yeah, he's a stupid dude. Yeah.
Yeah. How could his aim
It's
have
mum.
been like? His aim was like perfect. He was hitting like headshots.
Yeah, like I mean, you don't have to be.
And I'm not
idiot
saying it's not
to
true, but that's
practice
just what
and
it-
practice and practice and get good at shooting a gun.
I guess
don't
like
you?
if you only got a small
You don't have
IQ
to
and
be
you
a
practiced
small
that was your
guy,
only
smart
thing,
guy.
maybe he put all these 40 points of IQ into shooting people.
Exactly, like
There's a police video of the murder scene. I watched it.
Oh, okay. No, so,
And not everything's a headshot.
And again, like that's the only one that I've like
Yeah.
not, and I haven't like looked into it to
this
know.
is the thing. I believe that like maybe the Bush government or like maybe some American government would do
Yeah, but why would
some
Australia?
shady shit because they've been known to do lots of
Yeah.
shady shit. I don't believe the Howard government is capable of such a feat.
Yeah, I've seen him try and
Yeah.
bowl a cricket ball. Like he could not do
Yeah.
much.
And how hard is it to imagine one idiot shoots people at close range in a cafe? Like,
Yeah, he
it's,
opened
not, it's,
fire
easy,
with
it's
an
quite easy
automatic
to do if
okay,
you got the
no,
facility,
you
right?
are
outside
right.
of a cafe. Yeah,
Yeah, that was just
It's
one
not
that's
hard.
always
It's
been
not
thrown back at
far-fetched.
me. Like, oh,
his mum still does not believe he did it.
yeah,
What?
yeah, it's crazy, isn't
That's
it?
cool.
She doesn't just believe that like he was in some sort of conspiracy. She believes he didn't do it.
So there's other ones that people say when you see all these like say massacres or school shootings, they say that they're called like crisis actors, and they think that a lot of the time there are videos on YouTube that I've seen that were involved with like Sandy Hook and stuff, and you can actually see like multiple like people that have been in multiple videos, like
Yeah.
but like I don't know, like people could be doctoring those videos.
Yeah,
and
100%.
hey, you've got the fakening now, like nothing.
Deepfakes. That shit's
Deepfakes,
gonna
dude.
that shit's gonna.
That could
fuck
be a
stuff
whole
up
nother.
later on.
That's crazy.
That's
yeah.
yeah. You could start wars with that shit.
That's
man.
exactly right. So
One thing, if you have to make like gun to your head, you have to make Ash laugh. What do you do?
oh, I could just tickle her, I guess.
tickle her?
Oh man,
That's
yeah.
hot.
Yeah,
I'm wet right now.
yeah. No, I would actually. She'll get
tickle-
this.
I
I would
give
say,
Beau a tickle.
no. If I just like whispered in her ear that I'm the ass pirate, she would lose her
The
shit.
ass part. What?
Yeah.
What is that from?
Oh no! So we were just at a mate's wedding. Actually, the week before our wedding, a guy from my work, and we were just like in a photo booth, and the guy's like, smile, and I was just like to her, I'm the ass pirate, and she just lost it. Oh, and I think I was wearing a pirate hat at the same time. So
The ass part. Oh, that's
Yeah.
great.
That's
Yeah.
good. That's good.
That's funny to me. Let alone her. That's great.
yeah.
What's gonna kill you? What are you gonna die from?
What the fuck?
It's a good question. Think about it. What are you
probably-
gonna die from? I didn't ask you this either. What are you gonna die from?
I'm gonna say the statistics would probably say, and this is only because shift work or night shift is now graded as like a grade 2 carcinogenic. I'll probably get cancer eventually and die.
Oh, really?
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't really want to go that way. So hopefully by then, euthanasia is an option, and they can just put me to sleep.
Euthanasia is always an option.
Hey, I don't know. Put a pillow over my face. Just let me go.
You tell me. I'll one flew over the cuckoo nest. I'll put a pillow over your face.
Can I say death by snoo snoo? Is that an option?
Death by snoo. That's always an option.
No. Yeah.
Well, not from me, but
No. No, thank you.
I can pay for the
I appreciate
hookup.
it. Yeah, well, there you go. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Well,
I
Statistically.
know exactly
Bo.
how I'm going.
Yeah, how you
Bo,
going?
how are you gonna die?
In my next rap video, I'm going to crash a Bentley
Oh.
and be decapitated.
That's sick. Can I film it?
Yeah, you can. It'll make really good YouTube video. I might go viral.
Yeah, but
you
then
need
you won't be
someone
around
to
to
like.
know.
You know,
So
someone has to like profit off that.
you won't be around to know though. Do you reckon it'll get demonetized?
100%.
They'll Logan Paul me.
Oh.
What about you, Christian?
You need
How
to
are you
fight
going to
that.
die?
How you going?
How you going, you pussy?
Probably the heart disease or something like that. I reckon I'm probably going to die of some sort of disease in my 70s. I don't look after myself as much as I should.
Okay, would you be happy with 70s? Like,
I'm happy with 70s.
I think, and this is no disrespect because
I don't want to hold on longer than I should.
Don't put me in a dead old smelling home where someone wipes my ass and I don't want that.
That's the shit. I'm looking forward to that.
As soon as I can't look after myself,
it's not that bad.
That's like,
someone wipes my ass.
More time for Scrabble.
As soon as I can't look after myself anymore,
so
put 100%.
Me down. Yeah.
Oh, well, you got a year left because you can barely wipe. You're disgusting. Right?
Yeah, can you wipe my bum?
Yeah, no, but you're right. Like, I don't want. Yeah.
I don't want to linger on too long.
Yeah.
Cranberries, great band.
But I think it would also depend on like who's still around. If I require like a bit of hospice, but then my kids and stuff are visiting me a lot, and I've still got a bit of that to live for, then maybe I'll hang on for a bit.
The worst, actually, and like even
Jesus.
touching on that, like greatest fear is like dementia or something like that. Would like, and to be like not because you wouldn't know yourself, but the people around you, how hard like you just
Yeah, that's a bit right.
I don't want that. Like, I don't want the pain of other people. Like, I can suffer. I'll deal with it but yeah, I don't want it to affect other people around me.
All right. And if you could look like one celebrity, living or dead?
I'll just stick with Dan Bilzerian because it's similar
You're
enough to how I look
there.
like him, apparently, because everyone keeps saying it. So then I can be myself.
You love Dan Bilzerian.
Yeah, he's alright.
Oh, is he alright?
Well, they look the same, so I respect.
You want to live his life.
No, there's too many fake people around him.
He's always in Vegas.
Oh, so am I.
He was trying to stop shooters.
Yeah.
And everything.
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah,
Beau always pulls out the Mandalay Bay jokes.
okay.
Come on.
I just stayed at Mandalay Bay a few weeks ago.
Yeah, I know.
And I shot some things in the room, but not the same. I was in the shooters. When you go to Mandalay Bay, they only sell shots at the bars.
Jeez.
Sorry, I don't endorse that.
Yeah.
Whatever that was.
Did you go and shoot craps?
I shot some craps at the table. I don't know where to go with this.
No.
You're not a gambler, though.
I don't gamble.
Even when in Vegas, you don't really gamble.
Never. Well, I do a little bit, but $5 in the machine.
But your version of gambling in Vegas is sleeping with people and wondering whether or not you're going to get gonorrhea.
Yeah. Hey, it's always
Been there,
it's
done
risky.
that.
Been there, done that.
True story.
I need to pee.
Shout out to some bitch from Coachella.
Never again. We all go through phases.
Give me 1 sec.
All right.
Hey, Christian, how you been? It's great.
What do you got going on? How busy is Big Grape through this summer? How busy is Big Grape? For people that might be listening to this thinking, fuck, I need to do something for my Christmas party. Have you got availabilities?
I've got availabilities for everyone.
Yeah?
I'll find a spot.
That's awesome. I'm not working through Christmas. Fuck you.
That's bullshit. See, that's the problem. Christmas sounds good right on paper, but everyone's doing something.
Yeah,
so
it'd be harder to get.
Yeah, I'm real careful about what jobs I take on.
You'll work right through?
Yeah, I'm booked out already.
You won't take any time off?
Nah, I'm going to Thailand in January. So.
Oh, you are too? Yeah, for Ricky's thing.
For Mr. Zane's 30th.
Everyone keeps telling me, when are you coming along? Are you coming along?
And what was your answer?
No.
I'm a pussy bitch.
Thailand doesn't do it for me. I've been there a few times.
Oh, well, I've never been. So
and you guys are doing like a fucking Kentucky or some shit. I don't need to do a Kentucky in Thailand. I've had
You've
hepatitis.
never done one before. Do things you've never done before. Experiment with Kentucky and top decks.
A Kentucky in Thailand? Way in.
No, you probably wouldn't need to. Like, there's not much to say.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
That's why you need a group.
I'm gonna go to a country that's like already I can do everything dirt cheap, and I'm gonna pay more to go and do those things that I could pay to go and do.
Because the
dirt
people
cheap.
I'm going with is shit, so I encourage them to book a tour. So
But is that because you're worried?
You can hang around other people.
Yeah, so I can hang around new people.
I thought you were like, there's shit. They're not good at planning shit, so we won't do anything.
Well, Beau's
okay.
pretty shit at planning shit.
Well,
your shit just cut out.
yeah. So, are you playing with that cable again? No.
Guys, have a good day.
He's back.
Maybe with that, we'll wrap it up. All right. Thanks,
Wrap it
Chris, for coming out, man.
Thanks for having me. I'll be back one day.
And for those again that want to follow you, where are you at on your new social?
At Shift Work Lifting.
Yeah,
on the IG. And I'm making my way to like sort of get some structure to posting and hopefully get some nice information for people to follow.
Sick, man.
Thank you.
Thanks
Good
again
job,
for coming
guys.
out. All right.
Love you lots.
All right, Beau.
Oh, hey. Dude. Hey, shout out to Chris, keep lifting. Christian, keep on miking. And shout out to PB King, get copies new single, Peanut Butter Jelly.
Yeah, I'm going to put the link in for the new PB King, Beau's alter ego, PB King. I'm going to put that in the link for this one. Thanks for listening again. If you're listening, we got more coming up. We're going to try and start doing this more frequently. We've got some people in the works. I've been talking to a few people about trying to come on. But yeah, our next guest is going to be a good friend of ours, Jimmy Dugan. Probably going to hear lots of stories about our Vegas trip if you're interested on that one, which was wild. We've got some great stories because he was there, wasn't he, Beau?
He was there in the boot of a car for half of it, but he was there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good story, then. But
Yeah.
fuck, he was wild, man.
He's a wild man.
All right, so yeah, thanks, bro.
Thanks,
I'll see you next time.
God bless.
When I was born, I was wine birthed. And being born in Pinot means you always come first. Yeah. Pinot, why? Pinot, why? Trick. Pinot, why? Pinot, why? Trick. Pinot, why? Pinot, why? Trick. Pinot, why? Oh yeah. Pinot. The real drinking choice. It's fucking Pinot. It's the basic bitch anthem. Pinot, why? All my basic bitches. Pinot, why? Pinot, why, bitch? Pinot, why? Burgundy, yeah. Yarra Valley, yeah. Don't drink water, don't drink Coke, don't drink anything else, it's a fucking joke. Drink Pinot Noir.